Yes, my people, welcome back to the Reggae Boyz Weekly. This time around much earlier than normal due to circumstances. Some Arsenal boy was posted up on the channel today. Him run from the battle people. Yesterday,
Run from the war.
yesterday it was a heated debate between Dicanio and I, and some things were said, and at this moment in time, we're not on speaking terms, people. So, I'm talking with Dylan today. Dylan is on the panel today, and Dylan, big up yourself.
Oh, bro. Oh.
We've never had heated discussions before, and you know what I'm saying. Dicanio to me is just like a punk. Going around calling Coach Jaime Hagrimson a punk and saying all these types of disrespectful thing. And people, I just want to say like, Dicanio to me, him dead to me, people. Like, me even want to hear back from him right now. You get me? I say, yeah, man, because him said some really disrespectful things yesterday over MG Sports TV. Like, him people, the man, like, couldn't make me talk, people. As the host, the man make me talk, people. You get me? I say, like, him suppress me. You see me? I say, I feel disrespected. Big man thing. I feel disrespected. You see me? I'm seeing him drop a video today. I rant and I disrespect Coach Jaime Hagrimson. I'm going to rate them thing there. We have the first person in the comment section to Smurf, where the can the man run. You see me? I said, but listen, so many things to talk about today. We're going to talk about the game that was played yesterday. Jamaica versus Mexico. We lost 1-0. Unfortunate, it was unfortunate defeat. I thought we played well in the first half. The second half wasn't good enough, right? I don't think we did enough across 90 minutes to even earn a point out of that game. The only goal that we scored, or the only shot that was on target, basically, was the Mikel Antonio goal that was ruled as offside. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about that. Aidonia, the artist people, massive rant by the fourth Jenna. You get me? I say went in after Coach Jaime Hagrimson, so we're gonna discuss that as well. Dicanio also had his rant, really, really disrespecting Coach Jaime Hagrimson and the Reggae Boyz fans. And I do not stand for such behavior, people. So I have to discuss that today. And we're just gonna go with the flow of the show. And I've been on this long, whatever the case is. So let me just give you guys the intro, and we get into these heated discussion.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up, shine like the sun. Rise up. Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Yes, people, big up on yourself.
Dicanio, bro.
Yo, yeah, man, I say people. Yo, the man disrespect me yesterday, people. You get me? I say,
violate, bro.
Yeah, and I send shots over the Gunnaz YouTube channel after Dicanio, people. You see me? But we could start off with Dicanio first before we even get into the match, because yesterday I was on MG Sports TV and I felt like he disrespected me. You get me? I say, I feel like Dicanio really disrespect me. Like, I try to give my thoughts around the game. Man, I'll mute my mic, brother. You get me? I say, man, I'll
mute your mic?
Yeah, the man text me after the live stream and call me punk and he that and them thing that the man say no football and them thing there. Brother, me never start YouTube channel for them and no beef with nobody. You get me? I say, youth, me never start YouTube for beef with no YouTuber. And the mere fact say me have beef with Dicanio. Me not rate them thing there, brother. You see me? I say, the man disrespect me, youth. The man disrespect me. You were on the live stream yesterday. Smurf was on the live stream yesterday, bad man. How can I be talking and you mute my microphone, youth?
Dog,
you feel like you're bigger than me,
bro. What you wanna hide, bro? You're hiding comments.
Yo, me not hide no comments from nobody, people. Me not hide no comments from nobody. But me just feel like the man disrespect me.
I'm saying he's hiding in the comments.
Yo, a couple times, man, I'll kick me off our live stream. You get me? I say, real talk, people. So right now, it's just a beef between me and the brethren, and
but cross, hungry, miserable.
Me see him post a video on him YouTube channel. You see me? I say, with this explosive rant going in after Coach Jaime Hagrimson. The fact of the matter is the man support Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is the manager of Arsenal. I never see him do a video surrounding Mikel Arteta. You get me? I say, but him have energy for Coach Jaime Hagrimson. So I could play the video and get into it.
Because I never give Hagrimson a rating, actually.
Brother, negative billion, brother. Hagrimson go piss off, brother. Negative billion, you.
Alright.
Give me that meat rider. Everything, brother. I want to say some things about the brother. I see you. But the man a coward, brother. Man a coward is a punk. Coach Grimmy Hagrimson is a punk, brother. Coward.
0.
Yo, what you have to say about that? What do you have to say about him going around disrespecting Coach Amir Hagrimson, referring to the Icelandic manager or man as a punk?
I think what he said was pretty accurate. I don't think the way he said it was accurate, but I think the point that he was trying to bring across was right. You should not be making two defensive substitutions when when you want to win the game. You cannot be playing part the bus like Iceland from the 67th minute. We're Jamaica, bro. We're larger than life, so you need to try and win the game.
Yo, the fact of the matter is, me have to come after you. You get me? I say because you love going like say you're this angel, you're this saint, and whatever the case is, and you stood there allowing Dicanio to disrespect the coach in that manner, referring to the coach as a punk and those type of stuff. How can you allow that?
Bro, because at the end of the day, the man has his opinions, and like the coach, bro, the man too nice. Like I think they kind of agree on the fact
it's not
that
about having opinions. He should be respectful.
yeah, but they can, you have to have a space where fans can be fans, and at the end of the day, where fans are not journalists. Fans first, journalists after. So it's about time that Hallgrimson get called out. The thing with Liam Bailey is embarrassing. I feel embarrassed as a Jamaican about it, bro. So I think that is what needs to be the emphasis. You need to focus on what he's saying and not how he said it. Because at the end of the day, he's showing emotion. Not everybody can be calm like you.
No, but I'm saying.
You see that people all Presser jump off, bro. Presser, are you running away?
Oh, you hear me now?
Are you running away, Presser?
No, you allowed him to disrespect the coach yesterday on his video or this morning on the video.
Yeah.
That's my main issue surrounding this whole situation. You get me? I say, and then the mere fact say the man mute me yesterday, the man disrespected me yesterday on the live stream. You get me? I say, and it's like me don't know if because me have a smaller YouTube channel than the man feels him have to disrespect me or me don't know football. You get me? I say,
well, maybe it's that, bro.
No, the man
Get
feel
more
like me don't know football.
Get more subs.
The man make you feel like some no know football. You get me? I say, I mean, I appreciate that. You see me? I never start YouTube for beef with nobody. You see me?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're a Manchester United fan and you're talking to Arsenal fans, bro. We have tactics, we have players, we have progressive football, and you're talking about knowing football, and you're a friggin' Manchester United fan, dog.
Yo, all me I say, no man not supposed to disrespect me on YouTube. You get me? I say, that's all me I say. The man not supposed to disrespect me. You get me? I say, couple times I see the man all kick me off yesterday as well. You see me? I say, but me not go say nothing to him. I go all morning. You see me? I'm not come on YouTube to beef with no YouTuber. You see me? I say, that's all me I go say surrounding Dicanio over Gunnaz YouTube channel. You see me? I say, a matter of fact, me I go block him. I don't want him to text me again. I don't want him to text me again. Anyone me get a text from them and them, I block him. Straight up, me I tell the people. Never ever again I go see him for the next live stream with Dicanio. After that massive disrespect yesterday, people. Can I mute my mic? Dicanio know me forward from people.
Where you
know me forward from?
Where you forward from?
Yo, brother, I have to disclose that, but me I say, me not rate what the man did yesterday. I do not rate what he did yesterday, people. I'm must step on a live stream and I'm gonna disrespect me and I insult me intelligence, people. Mute my microphone. I've never muted anyone's microphone before, and I that the man really fought on YouTube and yesterday, people. Mute my microphone. Keep me off for the live stream couple time. Can I think that, people?
Yeah, but hold on. Can you identify the points that he was trying to make?
Bro, he just said he insulted me. He said I'm delusional, etc. Muted my microphone. He referred to Hallgrimson as a punk, etc., etc. If you're going to have a conversation,
is it not true? Why would you? Can you justify making
use your words wisely.
Substitutions?
Use your words wisely if you're going to have a conversation. There's no need to insult someone.
Okay, well,
you don't have to insult nobody. As me say, any other man text me again, me I block him. I am not asking back for Reggae Boyz weekly again. That me I make him know.
Him say, yeah, kick him from the stream.
Yo, any of this man text me again? Do not text my
phone. Let me drop the link in the comments.
Do not text my phone. None of some boy on YouTube feel like say them have more followers than me, them can come disrespect man thing. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Come pass in place with man. Yeah, him know me be? Him know me be? They can't don't ramp with me no youth. Don't ramp with me. You get me I say?
Yeah, Presser, but at some point we're going to have to get to the points that you're trying to make about the game.
You might go talk about the game, I'm just a say, now nobody come disrespect man thing and mute my microphone. You see me I say?
Oh,
But people, man, go get into the football. Just do me a massive favor and like, share and subscribe, people. Get me, I say, get the likes up. Some boy feel an idea come disrespect man thing. But yeah, me I say now, Jamaica face off against Mexico yesterday in the Copa America opening game of our group, right?
right.
1-0 defeat. For me, in terms of how I analyze the game, I think in the first half we played well, intensity, we matched the Mexicans. The
Right.
second half, that's where everything kind of fell apart. You know what I'm saying? After the two changes were made, the Mexicans got the only goal of the game that won the game. Massive 3 points for the Mexicans. What was your assessment surrounding that 1-0 defeat?
Okay, there are many parts to it that I think we can discuss today. Honestly, I think starting off with the structure. I think we had five in the back. I'm a hybrid midfield that never really helped Buzzer or Antonio, and then one up top. And I think the defensive structure in that back five was well done. I think Halgrimson did do the right thing, picking the defensive formation. I don't understand why he decided to use Nicholson in that little right mid space. Um, I think that was my greatest issue. I think if you're going to you need to choose personal for the game, and I could understand the experience thing, but I'd have preferred Antonia to be in that right mid position. But anyways, that's a little bit too technical. I think the main problem was substitutions, the way he organized the game. Um, it didn't make any sense. Mexico was there for the taking. I think he definitely planned and gave Alvarez way too much respect. Because once Alvarez came off, it looked like the team looked confused. He didn't do anything to connect with Demari Gray. Um, so yeah, I think there are a lot of questions. I think the Bobby Reed as a little quarterback, libero type position. I don't know what it was really. Was inspired. Um, but yeah, I think in all honesty, he I don't really look at Copa America. I always said that Copa America was a bedding period for experience for getting to the World Cup. Um and yeah, Lembikis are good. You can check out the player ratings if you want to hear about all of our thoughts on all the different players. But I think overall it was decent. We just weren't cutthroat at all.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, as I said, the first half it was a brilliant half by this Jamaican team, right? Edson Alvarez coming off, it changed the shape of the game, especially
Yeah.
for Mexico. I think they would have lost some form of confidence in that aspect because he's one of their best players, if not their best player on the pitch yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, press up before you continue. I don't want to cut you, but I want to say on this that your assessment of Jamali Wait was spot on. I just want to commend you there, sir, because I didn't think that it was going to happen, but yeah, big up. Continue.
Yeah. So, no, respect for that still. And you see, man, you can have a civil conversation and like some youth where feel like them can forward on YouTube and disrespect man thing. You get me? I say, because it make it seem like me don't know football. Me tell them about weight and them I say, oh, me I eat that ray, and I'm gonna go personally disrespect me yesterday on a live stream. But I just say things said still. But in terms of my assessment, the first half it was good by Jamaica. I've been very critical of Mikel Antonio, right? And
Yeah.
to me, Mikel Antonio had a good game yesterday. And the way me preach, I always tell people, listen, okay, I know that we do not create enough opportunities for Mikel Antonio. However, how about his overall gameplay? My opinion and my thought process surrounding Antonio yesterday was his gameplay overall, his involvement in the game. It was good for me. That is what I want to see. That is what I want to see and more. So for me, Mikel Antonio, he had a good game yesterday. Better than Shamar Nicholson. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Antonio, he held up the ball well at moments. And to be fair to Mikel Antonio, I think a lot of the times, some players in the attacking forefront did not help him because many times Mikel Antonio, he would have held up the ball and then there was no support for him to there was no option for him to lay off that ball to have a pass to. You know what I'm saying? So I think his teammates kind of let him down. But we have somebody in the class section, so we could get them on.
And right before you said that, I think one of the biggest things and one of the biggest issues is that we relied on individual quality way too much. And Mikel Antonio does not have the individual quality to run at a Mexico defense. But anyways, Carlo, it's a fresh and clean.
It's a
Go ahead.
first and clean. How
Yeah,
you
man.
how you guys doing?
Good,
Good.
good, good, good.
I think Jamaica, we don't have a system in this football when the coach play, and also I don't think they practice positional play in training, because Casey Palmer positioning when either the forward or when the defender have the ball, he's always either too far or not close enough to collect the ball from the defenders to advance the play.
Right.
And also, I think the coach made some very tactical errors in the second half, bringing on two defenders, because he wanted to go for a draw instead of going for the win. And he's been too reactive instead of being proactive.
Yeah.
But Carla, let me ask you this, right? In terms of the
What's that?
two changes that were made in the second half, you know that before the goal was scored, Mexico, they would have created at least 5 or 6 opportunities, right? Before the goal was scored, or before the changes, I should say, right? 5 or 6 opportunities. They started to force our goalkeeper Wade into making more saves. Out of those 5 or 6 shots that they would have taken at the goal, I think he made like 2 brilliant saves. You know, one where he got down low on the left-hand side, push it behind for a corner kick, and there was a next one. And then you had, I think the guy's name is Cunero or something like that, if I got it correctly. And he made a darting run inside the 18-yard box. I think his shot went out for a deflection or something like that, right? So the Mexicans, they started to have a foothold in the game before we made those 2 substitutions. So
Yeah.
wouldn't you say that Hallgrimson was trying to build up from the back again to bring some reassurance to the defensive backline before
But
working back further up the pitch?
it was not the defense, it was the midfield. Because
Yeah.
Casey Palmer and Bobby Reed was not doing anything in the midfield. You need to bring on either Kara Anderson and also take off Shamara Nicholson, because both of those guys were ineffective in the game. You don't
I
wait to
don't know
tell
about that, Carla. I think Bobby Reed did as best as he could. I
no
think
no
Casey Palmer did absolutely nothing. And Casey Palmer is supposed to be an attacking midfielder. But Bobby Reed's skill set, you couldn't really expect anything more from him. And Hal Grimson is not the kind of manager. He just picked the best 11 that he had. It's not like he went out. He's just trying to shoehorn players into a system that he thinks can work. And defensively, it did work in the first half. You can give him hats off to that, because at the end of the day, we had 13 shots on goal. So for a Jamaica that were used to not having many shots on goal, I think that's the only thing that I can give him credit for.
Yeah, overall, I'm a coach, and I'm back to differ. When I saw Mexico attacking Jamaica, I told my brother, say, "Yo, Mexico gonna score," and then this is where the coach will make him change. And as soon as Mexico score, make him changes. To me, you don't wait until the pressure build up and then explode, and then you make the changes. Make a change before they reach that point.
But Carla,
Yeah.
you see, where I blame Coach Jaime Hallgrimson, right,
Yeah.
is that I do not believe we're doing enough as a team to really create opportunities to walk away from a game, despite the loss, to say that, we should have won that, or we should have got a draw from that game. Like you can play a game and you lose, but you can walk away and say, you know what, we should have get something from that game there. No, against this
Yeah.
Mexico team, other than the Mikel Antonio goal that was ruled out as offside, we did nothing. On the
No,
attacking forefront, we created nada.
I do agree. I'm not sure what's going on with our transition between defense and offense, because we still can't create goals from open play. We can't make 10 decent passes or spread the field, and it's come down to training in camps.
The funny thing when it comes to a midfield, if you look at United as a prime example, right?
Yeah.
United over the past couple of seasons, especially last season, they don't have a brilliant midfield, but there's always one shining light in that midfield that can spark something. They either they score goals like a Scott McTominay, or they just pop up with 1 and 2 assists in moments. And Casey Palmer is supposed to be the shining light of this midfield in terms of being that ball carrier, being that creative player. But we have not seen that from Casey Palmer. You know what I'm saying? Also,
What?
I think Demarai Gray had a poor game yesterday as well.
Well,
But,
he's
Coach,
coming
one
up.
thing I wanted to ask you, Coach, is that Casey Palmer, if you had to explain to me what Casey Palmer did in that game, right? I don't think you can blame Bobby Reed, right? You have to blame the coach fully. But Casey Palmer did absolutely nothing. To me, he was the worst player on the pitch. He's an attacking midfielder. So I don't, and I understand that if he's not good at back to goal and him can't bring it out from the back. To me, that is understandable, right? But when you get to the final third, how does an attacking midfielder not be able to produce any quality?
Oh,
That's
it's nowhere near to be found. It's not near to the ball.
near to the
And
ball.
the thing is, I don't understand why this coach don't pick up John Russell, because John Russell has had a good game every time he represents Jamaica. But for some reason, this coach don't pick him. I picked Casey Palmer, who has 3 bad games already. I done nothing for Jamaica.
Agreed.
And also, you have Kara Anderson, who played actually quite well in the World Cup qualifier against Dominica, but yet he was still on the bench. That made no sense to me.
Agreed.
Especially when you need a goal and you need a player to control the midfield. You leave the best player on the bench. Like, I don't understand it. This coach is too defensive, and like honestly, I'm getting fed up.
Yeah,
But coach is not even defensive coach. He's not defensive. He just picks players. He's
defensive.
11, and he's not. It's like Gareth Southgate. He just picks the best 11. He doesn't.
No,
even,
he is
it's
defensive.
Just,
Him admit that.
no, but Kishan, how the hell are you playing Bobby Reed at central midfield? Whoever did that before? Bobby
And he's a winger.
Yeah, at the stadium, he did the same thing. Tried to put Bobby Reed in between the center backs, and it's just pure long ball. And bro, it's and then at least you had Cephas as an outlet that could control the ball and run in behind. But we had nothing like that. And Casey Palmer does not have the quality to link the play. So
No, he doesn't.
it's obvious you have to play somebody to get control of the midfield. Football is one in the midfield, no?
You know, it is. The midfield is where you win or lose games. And if you don't have a good holding midfielder, a good center mid or center attacking mid, you're basically you're playing luck ball and hope you individual ball games.
What I have to say about the coaches, he's conflicted.
Yeah,
He
who
does-
are the man up on the live stream?
he does not
The man have food. Sorry.
People. Yeah, I'm cutting up.
Yeah, so leave. You don't need it, brother. Leave.
Right.
If you want to leave, nobody never run you. So as I was saying, right?
Mm.
The problem with this coach is he's conflicted, right? He says he wants to play pragmatic. He says he wants to play defensive. So if you want to play, so pick the players to play that way. Pick the players that is going to allow. Play 2 central defensive rock if you want to play that way. Play Lambert and Low, right? And base it off defense. And just because Low came on, I'm not lie, Low bring a ball over the top, him getting Dixon in behind, right? I would think win a corner for that action. So you can play the way you want to play. But the problem with him is he's trying to do exactly, and I said it before and Dylan said it again, he's trying to do exactly what Gareth Southgate is trying to do with England. He's trying to put in and force in all of those players into the one team. And at some point, you have to look at it and you have to say, bro, France has a plethora of talent. Kingsley Coman starts for almost any other international team in the world. But guess what? When you go France, him no say, yo, you are a super sub. You have to come on if the front line with me a start now work. But does that mean that Kingsley Coman is not a world-class player? Does it mean that he doesn't have world-class talent? No, but at the end of the day, we have a system. We have to play by this system, and we are going to use the best players that are there. But see, a whole lot of people are saying as well, we can go to the Bournemouth way. Not Bournemouth, the Brentford way, right? We can do a Ivan Tony Buemo. We can do a Mikel Antonio Demarai Gray up top. So why you keep on a force 2 similar strikers in 2024 in the same lineup together? It's not working, and it's taking a whole lot away from the game that Jamaica is trying to play. And I've said here, hold on, I'm gonna finish. And I've said it before. A whole lot of the best football that we've seen Jamaica play is with one striker up top. Every time Antonio and Boza play together, it doesn't work. When we see one of those strikers playing with 2 wingers on each side, Antonio, you get the best out of him.
Mm-hmm.
His stats were very good when we were playing with him only. And in that period, Shamar Nichols wasn't having his great time with the Reggae Boys. So it made sense to only play Antonio. But now Shamar Nicholson is having a better time. So you have a decision to make. And you don't make that decision by playing both of them. You make that decision by sticking to your system with one striker and two wingers, right? And sacrificing one of the strikers and telling them, yo, you're going to be the main man. And that is the reason why I said he does not have any cojones. He's a coward and he's a punk.
Let me just say this, Mr.
Tactics were that of a punk. Punk means a worthless person. His tactics were worthless.
Mr.
It did not work.
Big up yourself. Well, somebody else, so I'll go get the money here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, Mr. Fresh and Clean.
But wait, I have one more question though.
Yeah, go on.
This coach been coaching us for 2 years, and you mean to tell me that for the 2 years, when I figure out our system, when I sort out our midfield, when I sort out our style of play for 2 years, like that to me makes no sense.
Exactly. And he says it here, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. The coach has no philosophy. It starts from here. He has a philosophy, but he's afraid to implement it. And you need a strong manager to implement what you believe in.
All right, then. Jerome, what's your line? Yeah.
Yeah,
Jerome,
here.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, big up yourself, Jerome. Which club you support?
Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Before I get into my full analysis of the performance, I wanted to kind of address the midfield conversation. Yesterday, based on what I saw, because I actually watched over the game this morning, and what I saw from the midfield was that both Palmer and Bobby Reed were giving away the ball too many times. Like, most times, we just gave away the ball unprovoked in areas where we needed to be better and needed to use the ball better. We gave it away. What I will give them credit for is that they did have moments, especially in that first half, where we played well. They were winning the ball a lot, which is good. But in terms of using and progressing that ball, we didn't see enough of that. In terms of Casey Palmer, I still believe that Casey Palmer is a good player. I don't believe in the argument that Casey Palmer isn't a good player. My belief, and this is just my personal opinion, based on what I see, because I watched quite a few Coventry games to watch both Palmer and Latimer there last season. The role that Palmer is being asked to play here for Jamaica is completely different from the role he plays at Coventry. And he doesn't seem to be the type of player who is versatile and can play multiple different roles. What Casey Palmer is best at is final third play. Getting into the box, making those last man runs, supporting the striker and the attackers around him. That's what he does best, and that's his role at Coventry. And he does that fairly well because he's somebody who can make those final passes at the edge of the box. But when he plays for Jamaica, he's playing in this deep line midfield role, trying to win the ball off of the defense, playing in these tight areas in midfield. And I just believe that the coach has to look at the players and know what their best role is. He's trying to fill these kind of gaps with players, and these players clearly are not capable of doing these roles. So I don't believe Casey Palmer is a terrible player. I just think he's doing a role that he just cannot do, and that's why when I see Casey Palmer in the midfield, I know I'm going to get from him. I'm not expecting him to start the midfield because I know that's not what he's capable of doing. All right, quickly before I go, in terms of the performance of the team yesterday, I think Jamaica, the approach, I don't have a problem with the approach and how we play the game. I'm not expecting Jamaica to go out there and dominate possession against Mexico. I think the issue and where we lost the game was the coach decision, but we also lost the game on our final third play. Jamaica, when we get to the edge of the box, it's like, one, we don't have enough body in attack. That's one of the main things. And then we are not clinical enough to create enough clear-cut chances. We get the ball and we get forward, and then we get forward. It's like we don't really know what we're doing in attack. I mean, defensively, we're always solid. We look compact and we look hard to break down. But we have to find ways and find players to actually improve the attack. What I think the coach should have done is, as soon as halftime come, I think if you look at Gray, I don't know if you guys saw around 20. I saw it this morning. I didn't see it last night. Around 20 minutes, they put the camera on Gray, and the man bust him tired. I think halftime, the changes that he made in the 80th minute, I would have made them halftime, because Bowser and Gray were giving us nothing in attack. It was Antonio alone holding up the ball, using his physicality, getting in those areas, making those runs. And I think halftime, the changes that he made in the 80th minute, I would have made them halftime, because Bowser and Gray were giving us nothing in attack. It was Antonio alone holding up the ball, using his physicality, getting in those areas, making those runs. I just think the changes should have been made earlier. I don't even think we should have waited till the 60th minute. And even if you wait till the 60th minute, bringing on two defenders and bringing on Hector for Deshaun Bernard and changing a defense that is already playing well when we need to win the game and when we can win the game, it showed to me that the coach had a
Is
little
that
bit of
what?
But Carla, let me just say this, right? I'm defending the substitutions, right? Because before the subs were made, if you look at Mexico, they started to get a foothold in the game. They started to force Wait into making more saves, and out of those saves that he made, right? Before the goal, he made like two brilliant saves. One of them put it behind for a corner, and there was a next one, and then you had Quinones making a dirty run inside the 18-yard box, and his shot went out for deflection, which he was the real threat for Mexico. So I'm saying maybe Coach Jaime Grimson was thinking that let me try to get back a defensive shape in terms of making the defense compact again. However, I'm hearing a different argument by some fans, which it does make sense. They were saying that the midfield was the problem, and that's why we were being overrun. You know what I'm saying? And looking back at it, I could see where they're coming. I could see where they're coming from in terms of Casey Palmer at one point did look tired. Him did start walk at one point in time. Bobby Reed was out of it at one point as well. So I get what they're saying in that in that argument.
But my point is this. I think both the midfield and the attack the changes need to be made there.
Before those shots were conceded. Not true.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it wasn't the
I'm
defense.
just gonna listen.
But
Even
hold
listen to what you just saying.
Yeah, bad man, I call me name in a youth.
Hold on.
Listen to your callers.
I'm listening to the caller, but I don't want to hear from you.
Hold on. Yeah, let me just say this. The defense was not the issue why we were under pressure. It was not the defense. And we didn't need to take on Bernard, who was, in my opinion, our best defender. Right? Unless he was injured and we didn't hear of that, Bernard could have said we didn't need to change something that wasn't broken. The problem was that our midfield was getting tired, and that allowed Mexico to get a foothold on the game, and they started to put that pressure. What we needed to do was to change up the midfield and bring on somebody who could add a little bit more energy and control in that midfield, and then bring on the two attackers who are going to give us an outlet, because Gray was tired and Shamar Bosa was doing absolutely nothing on the field.
And Carla, to the build up to this game, me hear Dubbob. I don't know if you know Dubbob, but Dubbob.
Yeah.
Mr. United, yeah. So Dubbob that say, we should have started. He would have started Cephas over Demar Gray, because he was saying that he was not sure if Gray would have been fit for this game. You get me?
And I would argue with that.
And
to be honest,
I was arguing against it because I was saying, Demar Gray is our best player. But when I look back on it, I say, the fact say Cephas played those two games, right? It's not like there were 9 out of 10 performances. However, he held his own. He showed that there's something within him that we can use, right? Mm-hmm. And personally, if I could have go back, or if Algrimson could have go back, then hopefully he would have started to see us over Demar Gray, because I think he would have offered more to the team against Mexico compared to Demar Gray. Because I wouldn't have
started. Even looking back, I still wouldn't have started Cephas. What I would have done, I would have made the changes at halftime. Shamar was doing absolutely nothing on the field in attack. And I think, all right, I understand why I start Shamar, because he's on form. And Demar Gray is probably our best player right now in terms of ability. So you start them and see where them go. Problem is not starting them, I didn't have a problem with the starting lineup personally. We lost the game because of the changes that were made, when they were made, and how they were made. We have to be more proactive as a coach. And in this game, I just think that the coach thought that we couldn't beat Mexico, especially after we literally just put the ball in the back of the net. And after 60 minutes, he decided that, all right, cool, we're going to start at the point. And once you're coaching a team like Jamaica, now go get a near draw. Not going to happen.
And people, by the way, nobody not say Cephas better than Demar Gray. Nobody's not saying
exactly.
That.
No one said
some
that.
people just have said like them would have made this tweak or whatever the case is, whether before the game or after in the second half, whatever. But one thing I will say to you, Carla, what I blame Coach Jaime Grimson for is not just this game, it's across the board when we play a lot of teams. I do not think he sets up the team to create enough that you can walk away from a game and say, even if you lose, you can look back and say, we should have get a point, or we should have get the 3 points. You get me? I say, there's nothing, we hardly create chances, and we have to find a way in terms of and you said something that was perfect, right? And you said that we do not have enough bodies going forward. Oftentimes when Mikel Antonio had the ball yesterday when he was holding up the ball, if you look around him, there was literally no one. No teammates. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a Casey Palmer was on top of the 18-yard box, in terms of the bodies inside the 18, there was no one really and truly, maybe 1 or 2 players from our team. You get me? I say,
Yeah,
So-
one more thing. I will make one more point before I go because I have to go. I'll make one more point.
Yeah.
Where I mentioned we don't have enough bodies going forward, I will not only just beat the coach, but also the players. I think based on my analysis, and I observed it, I wrote it down this morning when I was watching. Jamaica have this thing where our players in position when we don't have the ball, like when one of our players have the ball and everybody wants the ball, our players we're very static. We do not move. We're not mobile. And the reason why we're not very mobile off the ball and the reason why we don't run into those spaces to give our chances to get the ball in better positions is because our players are not fit. They're not fit enough to do it. So them anytime them don't get the ball, them a walk and they're not getting in these areas so them can get in better positions to get the ball and give our passers better options. So yeah,
But
that's
I
my
don't know if it's about
I think I have to disagree with the one there, Jerry.
personal. Yeah, I think it's personal because if you had Cephas, for argument's sake, Cephas will always have the legs to run. You
yeah, but
just
that it can be. But two things can be right. You know, two things can be right. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's wrong, but I also believe that plays a factor as well. I
Yeah,
just don't
no,
think
I
our
think
players
so.
move well off the ball.
In general, weren't fit. These players are fit. Apart from them, I agree, right? Them are maybe Pinnock. We never have nothing to do with the point where they done it, right? The players them good fit. Them been did a play qualifiers. Them get a break from qualifiers and them coming. So I don't think fitness is it.
No, man, I think Palmer and Bobby Reid lose legs too early for me in the midfield. I think them get tired a little bit too early.
No,
That's
I
my
don't think Palmer will ever look fit to play in an 8 role.
yeah.
Maybe
That's
as
my
I
point.
say,
He's
as
a support
10,
striker. He's a 10.
yeah,
Exactly.
as I said, maybe as a 10, he would be able to conserve his energy better. I don't know what the pressing structure is like at Coventry, but he will never be able to play a proper 90 minutes end to end as a box to box, destroying midfielder like Hal Grimson wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
All
Jeremy,
then,
big up
bless
yourself.
yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, man, bless up in yourself. Respect.
make it last, man. Yeah, that say something.
No, man, me just I say bless up in yourself. I gotta know.
Big up, fam. Big up.
And before me get Peter on, right? I just want to address something. You see, you Dicanio, he's a disrespectful youth. I mean, I can tell you that. You're very disrespectful. You mute my microphone yesterday. You're disrespectful.
Brother, stop it. Stop it,
Hold on,
dog.
man.
No, man, now hold on, brother, because you are lying. Why you come from the platform and
You
lying?
disrespected me.
I told you to shut up, yes.
And you also said other stuff as well.
That is the truth, but do not come on here and tell lies on me. Kishan, I swear I did not mute you. And what kicked you off of MG's platform was your stink Wi-Fi. It happens here all the while on Reggae Boyz Weekly. Look how much time, almost every episode they get kicked off because of your Wi-Fi.
You live in Jamaica, dog. Wi-Fi.
Your Wi-Fi kicked you off, and I did not mute anybody. I allowed you guys to speak. Enough time they must say we are talk over each other. I did not mute you, and I did not kick you. Right? We have a caller. We have a caller. You addressed it. I was watching. You addressed it. We have a show here to run. Now we have a caller. We're going to allow the caller to speak. You done say what you have to say about Dicanio. I say you love man, bro.
Peter, big up yourself.
Peter.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Me depressed this morning, your boss.
No jokes. Me too.
After last night game, you know. If them they just hear me and say having Nicholson, Antonio, Cephas on one side and the Marigre on the other side, it would be a different topic this morning. Because we definitely needed that speedy Cephas on one side of the wing. You understand? No, me agree with you, Gunnaz, when you say coach make a big mistake in the when they go pull them on them and go defensive. I couldn't understand that decision. You know, he make a mistake, but I wouldn't call for him head just yet. You understand?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call for him head just yet. But
that's an emotion. You know what I'm gonna call right now after I'm asleep on it, I'm gonna call female, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that emotion still.
Emotion. Yeah, man. It's a hard pill to swallow, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because Reggae Boyz, especially in the first half, you know, 11 shots in a boss. And not only 11 shots, you know, we had the better opportunity in scoring in the first half than the mighty Mexico, you know.
Mary, no bother, Peter. Mary
Yeah,
nobody
man.
miss.
Even
Name the chance in the first half that was a better opportunity.
even the Fox of FS1 host said it.
Peter, a
Say,
Fox Sports that nobody, me not take nobody from Fox Sports serious. You get me? I say,
So
what man
if you take somebody from Fox Sports serious, who would take you serious? Respect. You talk about respect.
Peter,
And you not respect the
Yeah.
platforms.
Peter,
You know just talk
yesterday,
about
Yeah.
respect. Who are you for people to take
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
You will not
Because,
take Fox Sports serious.
no, you see, because
Peter,
when you
in the first half
opportunity,
yesterday,
yeah,
vividly, name one opportunity in the first half that you can remember, right? Vividly, where you can speak and say that was like a good chance, whether half chance or full chance. Name the one opportunity from Jamaica side.
okay, one when it was what we call it, Palmer take a shot, whereas
Yep.
him in a good position, but
Yeah.
him just get him just make a bad shot.
It's a paper shot.
Yeah, you understand? That was a big one, you know, and I don't remember who took this other shot, but again, like a baby, like a baby, like
Lemmy Kisa.
Jamaica. You understand? The opportunity, it was open, but it's just the power not the behind it and the accuracy. And I mean that the free kick there by let me tell you the truth.
Peter,
I
the
don't know if it's a
free
free kick or a clearance.
Yeah,
I
also
don't
the
know
other
why.
one as well that the commenter is saying here, Nichols header as well that was flicked wide.
Yes.
Yeah, but remember the defender did make like it was good defending because them did kind of
Yeah, but it's still a chance.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we cannot walk away from that game thinking we created enough opportunities in the first half as well as in the second half to get a point out.
No,
of that
not
game.
the second half, you know.
Listen to
All
your
right.
callers.
I'm listening.
The first half, let's
the
say.
first half, the Casey Palmer one was a paper shot. The Dexter Mbikisa one was also a paper shot, right? To a certain
Lemmy Kisa took two where I was paper shot. Remember the
Right.
one outside the box as
the
well.
Shamar Nicholson opportunity,
Header.
the header. Subsequently after that, he went down, right? But other than that, there was nothing else.
Okay,
Other
but
than that,
okay.
that's a poor prime opportunities for get good chances and good shots off goal. What do you mean other than that? What more you want in our first half?
Yeah.
But brother, you cannot walk away from the first half thinking those were good opportunities.
Of course.
You couldn't feel.
You had calmer players.
We did not.
Our players made better decisions. Of course, you could have capitalized on those.
Mexico shots across 90 minutes, right?
Well, man, I got to 90 minutes again and we are talking about first half.
Mexico had some shots in the first half that actually tested the goalkeeper to a certain extent.
No.
Not like big testing, but small testing. You get me? I say, how did we test Mexico's goalkeeper? The Casey Palmer shot was a paper shot, basic save. Lembikisa one was from an angle wide off the right.
Both of them. Both. You have to get the other Lembikisa chance when he was bearing down on goal. That one never did for shoot. You forget the one when he shoot off and left for rolling and keep on. Better decision making, turn that opportunity into a better shot on target. So you have all of the opportunities we have in the first half, bro.
Yeah.
Even another one as well with Shamar Nichols when he fake the defender and kick it off him left. That's another prime opportunity. You have three man dead on the ground. And them are coming from head again. And all you have to do is just flip up your head and pick a pass.
Even DJ said those were shots, but not good opportunities. It's simple as that. You can take shots all you want, but they were not good opportunities.
They were good openings for us to create a shot creating action. But they decided they had poor decision making.
Jason Gunnaz corrected you. That was the second half, Dicanio. Right?
Which one? Which one you talk about?
Think more for the Shamar Nicholson one you just talk about. But Peter, what I say is you can take all the shots in the world you want. In the first half, when we took those shots, right? The case for Mbikisa and we had the Shamar Nicholson header, right? Me now really look on that and say, yo, we should have scored from none of them there. You get me? I say, unless the goal wide open and Mbikisa take that shot there and or him get the shot.
But that's what we're saying. Yeah, those were chances to create better opportunities. You don't need to shoot from there on your week.
Omar, the people said those were half chances.
They were half chances in the situation of them kicking the ball outside of the box in that moment. But them could have still carried, them could have still try and find a pass that could have led to a better opportunity, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. We did create moments in the game to capitalize on chances better. But instead, players were selfish. Them decided to shoot on them weaker foot outside of the box. And the decision making was just not there in the first half. But that never means they will never have a good performance. Mexico started off the game. They had a foothold on the game. And Jamaica get back into the game after 15 minutes. And from that 15-minute mark until the end of the first half, it was all Jamaica. So why would we take those positives and take it into the second half? Why we couldn't? Remember, and in the second half as well, apart from the goal where the outside goal was scored, it started out the same exact way like how we started the first half. Mexico had foothold on the game. So why the coach couldn't make positive changes so that we could have a positive latter end of the second half, like how we had a positive latter end of the first? That's all people are trying to say.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, in the early part of the second half, I think them should have taken off Nicholson and put in either Cephas or Dixon. You understand? Just real talk. Because none for nothing. Nicholson, he wasn't as sharp yesterday. You understand? And Antonio played a brilliant game, unlike Presser when Presser asked a question yesterday. You understand? Nicholson, when Antonio came out to play the ball game yesterday.
I admitted that Antonio yesterday had a good game, and this is what I always go back and forth with people. Listen, people say we don't create enough opportunities. Disregard the opportunities that we don't create, right? I've always stated that his overall gameplay needs to improve. Yesterday, overall, in terms of his gameplay, I was pleased with it. He had a good performance. So I'm praising him in that aspect. You get me? I say, you can be a striker. You're not going to get all the chances. You're not going to get all the opportunities being created. But your overall gameplay in terms of how you hold up the ball, how you link up with your teammates must be something that you need. So I praise him in that aspect.
Yeah. But again, I think another opportunity, but it get blocked by the defender. When the Murray Gray came down and when him take the shot, it deflect off of it was surrounded, I think, by 2-3 defender. Remember when him cut back and him go for him typical shot? Figure lace up on the right side. Whereas if that other defender never come in for block it, that shot would have been on target and quite possibly a brilliant goal once again from the Murray Gray. If you don't remember, this was inside of the box.
And let me just take some comments, right? Yeshan, the link is in the comment section to call in. I just want to address some chances that were created from the Mexican team, right? You see, let me tell you about chances. You see, in the second half, these were not clear-cut chances, but they were very dangerous chances. You had one where Mexico off the right-hand side scored the ball across the face a goal, right? If somebody had gotten to the end of that, they could have scored. You had one where the force went into making a good save, putting the ball in behind. You had the Quinones guy making a darting run inside the 18-yard box. Very, very dangerous run, right? Because he was basically alone. And he had, I think he had one more. It was across the 18 again that no Mexican player got on the end of. Those are chances that I can look at and say, yo, any man get onto that would have been a goal. But in terms of Jamaica, I'm not seeing what we're doing even at the first half with the chances we create.
So what's the difference between what you just say and what me just say? Anyhow, Shamani did pass the ball, we could have a better goal scoring opportunity. And he literally just say, anyhow, a Mexican player was in that position, then they would have a goal scoring opportunity.
Those balls that the Mexicans played were way more dangerous than what we had in the
but
first
who it
half.
about to? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just like what them saying in the comment section, where we just say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I said, if someone it was live up with and pass the ball, we could have a better chance of scoring. And you are saying, if there was a Mexican player in the position where a good ball was played, then would have a better chance of scoring. It's the same shoulda, coulda, woulda. Where was that Mexican player? He was not there.
Peter, give your final thoughts. Go on next call.
Yeah, man. Well, I have to apologize to the goalie. The goalie was on point yesterday. Brilliant decision making.
Yeah,
you understand? Whereas him give me some hope in case things they are unable to come back, But you know what? We have to learn from this one, and I hope the coach me hate defensive ball play, real talk. You understand? Because you can't score goal if you're gonna rely upon that one or two pass down the road. You understand? You're backpedal all the time.
But who are going to get out of the group?
Yeah, man, I think we can get out of the group. You understand? Bottom line is this: them need Cephas to start the game. Him have to depend on the pitch because you need that speed. You understand? For really cause stress in the opposing defense. You understand?
I
So
disagree with
I
you.
thought-
This was our opportunity to get 3 points. If the coach just decided at 50 minutes, him look at the high line and him just pick Cephas, we would have been having a completely
yeah,
different.
man, definitely. Yes, 100%.
And remember,
100.
Peter, it's only 3 games, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The next 2 games, Venezuela won their game, so the team that we thought were going to finish last
Exactly.
beat
Remember,
Ecuador.
this
And
group
Ecuador
is a
midfield.
whole lot harder because guess what? We're there, the group is not going to have a runaway winner, which would have
No.
suited Jamaica better.
Yo,
Remember, Venezuela is the team that we did appreciate we can tick, right?
Yeah.
But would need a runaway winner in order for Jamaica to stand a chance. I mean,
Let me-
Venezuela getting 3 points off Ecuador. I don't see Jamaica making it out of that group.
let me
the top
ask Dylan and Peter this question because you guys are big advocates for Ronaldo Cephas, right? Personally, me, Sam would have started Cephas over Demar Gray yesterday. In hindsight, right? I mean, Demar Gray could have easily had a good game yesterday and we wouldn't be having this type of conversation. But going forward, right? I even say yesterday, said that the game was being played today, right? And you're going to the game. Who would you start Cephas over?
I think, Peter, I'll let you.
No, remember, as I say with my lineup, you know, I say I start with really 2 center and 2 wingers, Cephas and Demarai Gray as the wingers.
Oh, so you do a 4-4-2.
Yeah, that's what I said yesterday. Nicholson, Antonio support with the wingers outside, and to me, think about it with that 4. You understand? We're good to go. We're good to go.
I think to answer the question, thank you, Peter, still. But
Yeah, my blessing, gentlemen. Job well done, you know. But I'm still depressed. I'm going to cry now.
Before
Later.
Peter exit,
no, but I can't.
before Peter exit, the only Nottingham Forest fan that comes from Jamaica people. So big up to that.
big
Peter,
up.
don't
Yeah,
eat
sure.
the Sunday dinner before your wife mad at you again, man.
Yeah, man. Remember, not the real Reds. Let's correct it. Real Reds. I want to be addressed the right way. The real Reds. All right?
Real Reds with a European trophy. But big up Peter.
Bless up, gentlemen.
Bless
Bless
up.
up.
All right.
Hey, I just want to say this. Yo, I would comment there. Hey, this is a really interesting name, you know. Atheism in Jamaica.
Atheism. Bro, I saw it earlier.
But big up yourself
to
still.
answer your question, I think the coach needs to make a strong decision about a player.
Mm.
I don't know which
Peace
player
and
is going
blessing.
to
Peace
be,
and blessing.
but
Big up, Paula.
the baseline-
One second, Paula, make Dylan finish.
The baseline thing is that he needs to make a decision about one player. One player has to go.
And let me
It's
say
just
this, right?
which player is going to be. And for me, it would have been Nicholson, but
Jason Gunnaz, I agree with Jason Gunnaz. Attack alone, no play football call. I agree with that. And let me say this as well. I think we kind of lose when we're going to say so much just to get the call on the floor. But go on, no call. Oh, remember, people, I'm going to publicly declare it. I don't think Jamaica will be making it out of the group. I'm sorry to say it.
We're not doing it.
It just not
After
going
that loss, we are not doing it.
I do not see how Coach Abner arguments will be any braver or will lift the handbrakes off this team. That
Exactly.
This team create a lot of opportunities where we can score 2 to 3 goals. People, Ecuador lost to Venezuela. Ecuador got a red card. The next game is against Ecuador. The revenge that they're coming with in that game, I
Exactly.
do not think we can match them in that regard. God help us all. Carla, take the floor now.
Yeah, peace and blessings, everyone.
up.
Big up and bless up. All right, so
Which club you support? Carla?
what's that?
which club you
Which club you
support?
support?
Well, the one team they're not London, you know. I need not say
Spurs.
more.
Spurs.
What was that?
Go on.
No, but this is
Mind the Wi-Fi chip out, you know. Mind the Wi-Fi chip out. Don't do it.
Go on. Take it through.
As well as say, I'm gonna analyze quickly the game in the phases. Now, goalkeeper, good decision to have Wait in the goal. He was our best player last night, without a doubt. When I time them, I wonder would I pick up 6, but to be honest, goalkeeper, excellent. Good decision from the coach where that is concerned. Defenders,
The back four did very well until a certain man come on the field. A certain man were no good come on the field. One man named Michael Hector. The whole back line that played excellent until Hector. The change with Hector and Low. Lembakise was a threat going forward. Did well offensively, did well defensively, managed to keep the black Mexican player quiet. Don't remember his name. Greg Lear did okay. He did good. Hector, remember Hector. Ethan Pinnock game reading, exceptional game reading. He read the game so well. His interceptions are vital. Deshaun Bernard, good man marking at times. What did well with the second ball, the Mexican second balls, he did very well. With the midfield now, Casey Palmer need to drop. Casey Palmer no good. The ball retention at the midfield was so poor, so low. And if you check the game, the turnovers from the midfield that we had in midfield, in the midfield turn of the game, it was from Casey Palmer. Most of the turnovers from Casey Palmer. He had a good few moments, yes, but his overall gameplay was not good. I don't know if him tired. I don't know what was the situation, but I was not impressed by him.
Just take a quick quick commercial break.
Yeah, we just have a quick commercial break here. Guys, I'm about to head out. So yeah, you guys know the gist already. Just go ahead right now. Subscribe if you are new. Also go ahead and smash that like button. We want to get to 100 likes on both platforms. 155 of you are here across both channels. So go ahead and hit that fat red subscribe button. Like, share, subscribe. Also, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by sending us a super chat or buying us a coffee. You can find the link below in the description. And yeah, lastly, just like Yeshan is doing right now, you can call in and get your thoughts across. Big up everybody, me a deep right now. Big up, Sean.
But Carla, you know,
Big up.
You'll be a bit harsh on Casey Palmer.
If I'm being a bit harsh on who?
Casey Palmer.
All right. So this is my thing. Based on his experience as a player, and yes, he might not have a lot of international experience, but come on, you're a professional footballer. You have a particular role that you play. You're not a defender. You're not a attacking player. You're a midfielder. There are certain traits that a midfielder must all have or should have. Yes, you're not going to be effective in all of them, but there are basic things that a midfielder do. And the most important thing a midfielder do is make effective passes, should be able to make effective passes and put himself in spaces and positions where he can retrieve the ball and make effective passes. That's why I said a lot of the turnover came from him. Yes, he had good moments where he made exceptionally good passes. I can count 2 exceptionally good passes that he made in the whole entire game. Because I watched the whole 90 odd minutes. But I'm saying this. The coach, based on what we see at the coach is not brave in his tactics. I think he's giving Mexico, or he gave Mexico too much respect. I'm telling the truth. Bobby Reed was okay, could have been better, but based on his age and the legs, I can't say he had an okay game. Demari Gray could have come off the bench, see if he's in better form than him, fitter than him. Remember, Demar Gray not too long do a surgery and recovering from the shoulder injury. Not to beat him, but then again, he wasn't able to be effective as he could be because of the midfield. Antonio, workman-like performance as always, kind of play where I got press the back line, try to get something, get a little nick, a header, something. And I expected Shemar to pick up on those second balls, which a few times he did, but wasn't really effective, even though he's a farm. the player with the most form. So this are the thing now. Jamaica, and I start to say, but Jamaica really miss Liam Bailey, to be honest. To be honest.
Call that. Nothing keep them
No,
on.
no, 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 no. Hold on. I'm not a fanboy. I'm just saying what he brings especially when he come in the middle of the park, coming off that right side. I think Jamaica missed that.
But what does Liam
So-
Bailey really bring to the team, though? Carl?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
I don't know what he would bring to this
a lot of
team.
the Reggae Boyz fans are saying. A lot of the Reggae Boyz fans are saying he does not perform for the country. He doesn't really do anything for the team. So what does the team?
Yeah. And I agree, but guess what? Out of all of the players them right now, we're in a national program. I'm have the most farm.
Never for the
Yeah,
national
yeah,
team, though.
yeah.
Never translated.
Yeah, but may I say in terms of farm club, in terms of club farmer coming to a team, who would have potentially come to a team. He has the most farm.
Yeah, but Carla, you see my problem is Carla.
But this are the thing. We make that small point here. You see that attacking midfield threat that we had 98 campaign, but we had a Theodore Whitmore who could have take it up and turn and beat one, beat two, make a pass and shoot. We not have that in the team. We need that somebody like that in the team. Casey Palmer can't give with that. Bobby Reid not have that.
And
sorry.
that's not call him. I'm not gonna know. We can't tell when last me see like a midfielder from the team really beat a player convincingly, like really.
All right. So you see what me talk about now.
See a man from the team, not mega man, big man thing.
But all right. So this are the thing. Me I watch Jamaica football from little before 98 campaign. Matter of fact, me have family where used to in the football program. Somebody close to the 98 campaign, so in a way. So back then you used to have a Theodore Whitmore. You had a Hector Wright who were attacking midfielder who can play forward. All right. I even coming down, you have a Jeremy, creative midfielder where once him pick it up and turn, beat one, beat two, one pass or split the whole defense, and a man have to have finished it. We not had that again. We need a creative midfielder who can do that.
But Carla,
Honestly,
my question is, wait, Carla. My thing is, who would he have dropped? We see time after time that Al Grimson don't have the confidence or the madness to drop a player. I don't think he's going. I think it would have been even worse. It would have been even worse because he's going to try and find some way. But Bobby Reid must play, right? I think we know that at this point. No matter what Bobby Reid does in a game, he will play. So I could see him dropping Casey Palmer, but then what would the formation be? He's going to try and put every single good player in the team.
So this is what I would have done. I'd have played low, then the 6th role, play Bobby Reid closer to goal, and have Kaim Dixon or Cephas wide. Either wide left or wide right.
What we would do, is what do you think he would do? Because at the end of the day, what we want to see, if we wanted to, the whole country was calling for it, for the early change, right? But what would you think he would do in the situation? Because I see him trying to play probably Demar Green midfield or something crazy like that.
Man coward, man.
Him coward.
Because, all right. Even if we say we are gonna play Bobby Reid at midfield, fine. All right, make we say fine. Do some tactical tweak where you have Demar Gray in the inside left channel, and you give Cephas the line then. As a Cephas, take on the wing back them, take on the right back, or take on the left back, and just give me some good crosses, or just attack them, just press them. No worry if you lose the ball, but dribble at them. We have to go at them because if anything, Gray with that inside or Reid with that inside can get the ball from you and then create from in the middle. Since we don't have that kind of creative element.
I think you make a good point in that.
They did not overlap. So it's not like overlap, but he told him not to.
One at a time when the match was going on and they freeze the frame of the game. You know what I saw? I saw a back 5 and a 3 in midfield and a 2 up top. I said, so when we defend is a 5-3-2 and come like when we are attack is a 5-3-2, Because we never even have numbers on the box like that, or even on the edge of the box like that.
But that me I said yesterday when Mikel Antonio was holding up the ball in moments, right? In terms of
Yeah.
the players forward in like to be close enough to him to like receive a pass, there was literally nobody. Whenever you reach the 18-yard box or on top of the 18-yard box, about one or two other
Nobody.
players inside of the
And guess
18-yard
what?
box.
14.
And guess what happened when he brought on Cephas and Dixon, you could have seen the difference. You could have immediately see the difference and the game change. Because you see one at the time, you see the whole of Mexico bench get up, and them start worrying and fretting, because them say, how would them look at you there? Like them say, them start worry. Big old Santiago Gimenez. Him get up off and create and worry and I bite all him finger and him. I say, no man, him bite him nail them. I said, who them you come and can change the game? And Dixon, and I know about Dixon. Dixon fearless.
Yeah, don't care.
Him not care. Him we take you one and he had 2 good and get 2 shots in the game. But I tell you, say, if him just start that you me just feel say the coach underestimate the ability that you know.
But my coach,
Like,
I think he's trying to
for
protect
real,
himself. I
because
think that's what it is.
but how long you gonna protect him? But how long you gonna protect him for?
you see,
Yeah, that's the question.
If
But
after
that's
him have to
the
go up,
question for the whole team.
no,
I
listen.
think
Hold on,
you must play
hold on. You know, Ricardo Bibigana.
Yeah.
Ricardo Bibigana play for Jamaica team at 17-year-old at start, you know.
See it there?
17-year-old, you know.
I'm
At
pretty
start,
sure
you know.
Dixon is
And
like
take
19.
Gregory Messam game, you know. At 17-year-old, you know. What you tell me,
but
man?
Start Dixon over who? Come here, people are talking about Start Dixon. And this brings me into the next topic of Aidonia, the 4th general, right? Went on a rampage yesterday, epic rant on his Instagram profile. Really cursing some expletives and saying that the coach hold on Kaim Dixon, and might play some ball with a silly game. I don't really see no ball with the silly game yesterday, right? It's just unfortunate that we lose the game. But many people say Start Dixon of Antonio, Ray. But what does Kaim Dixon offer to this Reggae Boyz team as a starter if he gets that starting position? Remember, people, you're playing in Copa America and you're playing against the likes of Mexico, Ecuador, and Venezuela. Let me tell you, when you're a young player, you play in moments. You do not play across a full 90 minutes. You do not bear that responsibility. Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag has spoken about that kid since day one, right? And he has admitted that Garnacho has a lot of stuff to learn.
Yeah, of course.
When the season did just start last season, we started playing Garnacho, right? The man was out of the game. He was lost. You get me? Because he's not fully developed in that manner to play across 90 minutes. You have some games when you play 90 minutes, right? That you can afford to get out with certain things and we have a good game. But in terms of his overall gameplay, it's not there as yet. And for me, if you put Kaim Dixon on from the start, the man will go last in that game, people. I tell you.
No, but I think, Presser, the thing that you have to understand is that it just shows the problem that people see. I think it depends on how you analyze that problem. Is that people want to see passion, people want to see you running at defenders, people want to see that you're fearless. So I don't even think I don't believe that people are asking for him to start. I don't think that would make sense. But definitely he needed more time. He deserved more time, 100%.
Brother, me feel the way how Dixon is going in the team right now, make it stay that way. We cannot call for Dixon to start over Antonio Shamar.
No. We're not saying to start over him, you know.
Yeah.
We're not necessarily saying to start over him every game, you know.
People have that conversation there.
No. All right. Mikel Antonio is way more experienced than Kaim Dixon. But what Kaim Dixon offers, he has youth. He has, he's inexperienced and he's raw, but he has attacking threat and he's fearless. And sometimes you need that kind of player. But yes, you might not necessarily want to start him with that.
My question is, if you look at, say, for example, against United States, right, when we lost to them 3-1, right, when you play a Kaim Dixon, whether it's in a front two, say you pair him with like a Mikel Antonio or a Shamar Nicholson, right, how are you going to ask Kaim Dixon to operate? Because remember, in terms of how we link the difference to midfield and how we link the midfield to attack, there's a whole gap there in terms of how the midfielders link up with the attacking players. So what would be the role for Kaim Dixon? Is it to drop deeper, to get on the ball and then bring it further up the pitch and create opportunities for like a Nicholson or the white players? Or you play him as a target man? How you play him?
No, you can't play him as a target man. Him not the physicality yet. Him not developed physically as so much physically yet. So if I was supposed to play him, I'd have to play him wide and tell him, say, here no. Your all your work I gonna start wide and then you come inside and link up inside. So your players, your gameplay mostly I gonna start wide and come from the wide eye. It's like the Thierry Henry role. When him start wide, he might forward, you know, but him start wide and come in. So when Henry and Bergkamp used to play, Bergkamp at time would have been
More
they like
central.
play like a false nine. He would have played like a 10 or a false nine. But Henry come in off of the left and cut inside. Or something like that's the best way. I could have said, all right, yeah, you could have played him that way there. Yeah, understand, and then now maybe Shamar or Mikel Antonio, they look like the pressing and the dirty work from that side there. I don't know.
Okay,
But
I say. But big up yourself still, Carl.
yeah, man, that's fair, man.
Which club is your support again? Spurs, no so.
Man,
Yeah, why not tell her? You just want your Wi-Fi chip out, eh? All right.
All right, bless up.
Arsenal, man. One Arsenal, man.
One Gunnaz.
One Gunnaz, straight.
All right. But people, you see, with this Kaim Dixon thing, the way how me assess it in terms of how we are integrate Kaim Dixon in the team right now, I'll just leave it at that. You get me? I say, and me just bring it up because I see some people, say them would have started him or whatever the case is. Aidonia went on a rant. I say the coach sell the game and him now play Dixon, whatever the case is. And for me, Dixon's a brilliant player, etc., etc. But it's Copa America, people. How much I will get from a Kaim Dixon in games like these? You get me? I say, and to be honest, even if you start a Kaim Dixon, whether you start a Cephas or, say for example, Leon Bailey the day night team, I just not feel like Coach Jaime Hallgrimson is really doing enough with this team that we can create more chances. Like, you get me? I say?
Yeah.
Like, it's just too defensive at times. We kind of too late, but we sit back too much in moments surrounding these games against these opposition teams. So, no matter who you play, brother, like, the handbrake just dip on the team for some reason. You see me? I say? Like, we only play in moments and we'll have to stop it. Sometimes we need to have a foothold in the game where for the first, like, 5 or 10 minutes, or say 5 or 10 minutes across the first or second half, like, you really dominate, you really impose yourself on a team. We don't have that. You see me? I say? Don't time we see it recently against Dominican Republic, and when we didn't impose ourselves on them, we need to really create not much clear-cut chances, But Dylan, in terms of the Aidonia video, right? What do you think about that small run from Aidonia?
I think it was hilarious. I think I just personally like to see the passion from the Jamaican fan base, because I want to see before I did. Jano, that sounds dark, but a cheer in National Stadium. Like, I want to hear chants and pot cover and whatever at National Stadium. Anyway, that's a completely different thing. But I think he got the point spot on. I think the coach sold the game, right? We had all opportunities to win the game. Did he need to use the plethora of expletives? I mean, it's his platform at the end of the day, but I don't think he said anything wrong. I think the coach definitely was the problem on the day. I think we're good, we're fine. And he just highlighted the problems in a very artistic way.
So you say we're going to make a song out of it now. But let me take this comment section, right?
It's a good opportunity.
Let me head over to the comment section. I think somebody said something. I think I would say when I entertain Dixon over where's the comment, man? Dixon's a JPL player. Casada plays for Chelsea. One say, I am all for picking young players as long as they are good enough. You have to be special. Some players are more intelligent than others. Some players are not, and they make the same mistakes at 35. And in terms of like the Kaim Dixon thing, right? In terms of Shemar Nicholson and Mikel Antonio, you still will get a lot from Mikel Antonio to me compared to Kaim Dixon, and you still will get more from a Shemar Nicholson to me compared to a Kaim Dixon. Two of them miss as much as two of them miss the same amount of chances basically, especially against Dominica. As I say, so they need to work on them shooting boots. But overall, my question to you guys would be, how do we move on as a team? We'll play Ecuador next. Jason Gunnar made a comment, say we can play revenge football as well. But Jason Gunnar, to what extent are we going to play that revenge football? Is it by sitting back, scoring an early goal and riding our luck across 90 minutes? Or is it that we're going to go out there, create enough opportunities, get 1 or 2 goals, and then we'll walk out with the 3 points? JC, if you're still about, answer that for me in the comment section. But how we move on, people? We can beat out that game, or we can beat Coach Jaime Hallgrimson, but the focus, the attention turns to the next game, which is against Ecuador. Because to be fair, we play good in the first half. You see me? I say everything fall off in the second half. But how we pick up ourselves, how we move forward, what changes do we make for the next game? Because even coach say, you don't really have training sessions right now. The in between is just recovery sessions. You get me, I say? So, yeah, what do you think, Dylan?
I think it's selection. As I say, and I've been saying for this whole life, he has decisions to be made. I think there's nothing wrong with having a good striker, a hungry striker on the bench. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have Antonio on the bench per se, it is fine. If he comes on with fresh legs at 50 minutes, Buzzer is going to be hungry for the next game. There's nothing wrong with that. Create competition and select players for the game. And having both Antonia and Nicholson trying to cover half of the field to get into the box is not a sustainable approach to football. You never see it anywhere else, so why are we trying to do it?
Yo, Father Jeremy, look like you just wait, but Jamaica lose 1-0 to Mexico. That's how the match went. So yeah, Candy Cane, big up yourself. Candy Cane say it doesn't matter where Casado play. Them and them are big up yourself. Dixie is ready. I don't see who is much better now playing for Jamaica. Candy Cane said, bro, listen, Dixon can play as a winger. Shamar can't beat a man at wing, but Shamar doesn't play for the wing. But Jason gonna say both teams have same mindset. Both need a win to have a chance to make it to the next round. That is true because Venezuela is on 3 points, Mexico is on 3 points, so 6 points basically gets out of the group. You get me? I say. So Jason is right in that sense, but Jason, what I'm talking about is in terms of the playing style, like how Jamaica got approach the Ecuador game there. I mean, Halgrim say against Canada, we did have to play attacking football. You get me? I say. So against Ecuador, are we going to play some form of attacking football? And then people, let's also factor in that the dynamics of the next game might change in terms of Damian Lowe. Will Damian Lowe start? Because remember, him say it was due to a family emergency as to why Damian Lowe didn't start this game. He had to go away, so he wasn't available for like 2 training sessions leading up to the game. So will we finally see a Damian Lowe in the midfield for Copa America? Because I think the backline solidifies itself. I don't think Damian Lowe gets in that backline. So what do you think, Dylan? Damian Lowe at the midfield for Ecuador?
Oh boy, that's going to be. I don't know. I think we definitely need more midfield presence, but if he's going to play Damian Lowe instead of Nicholson or Antonio, I'd be with it. Just make a decision, coach. That's all I have to say.
Candy Cane said Chelsea no good. But what am I going to say? A Damian Lowe provides you more balls over the top on the wing or central. You get me? I say? You can have a Demarai or Cephas run onto it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, who knows? Honestly, I'm just enjoying the ride of this Copa America campaign. You get me? I say? Once we not crash out, like being beat up by like 5 goals and thing, then me alright. Leroy Smart say, Omar, the people say also we play a lot of long ball and expect the strikers to do most of the work. That's impossible. Leroy Smart say no one will ever refer to the coach as a genius. Father Jermaine said, Jaja, them not do too bad. Man say, get the fragility. All right, so Jason Guna comment and say, Halgrim thinks we still need to improve protecting the ball. So I think he actually wants more passing out of the team and less hopeful long passes. And I agree because, you see, I should have gotten the video where Halgrim was in the post-match press conference because he spoke on 2 things, or more than 2 things, but 2 things stick out to me. One, he was talking about the psychology of the team, right? And how I think in basically I said we're not confident on the ball compared to like a Mexico, etc. And the more confident you are on the ball, Dylan, then the more passes you can make, the more comfortable you are in terms of holding possession of the ball, finding those passes to your teammates, right? So I think he identifies that we're lacking that era. So he was talking about the psychology of the team and how confident we are on the ball. So Jason was alluding to that in this comment. Also, he was talking about how, for some reason, yesterday in the game, the team was dropping off. Like, you know, why the team does start, sit deep, whatever the case. So obviously, the team did tired. Some players, the legs were gone. But Conrad Smith say, big up the man them. Southgate brother strike again, lol. Pick the right players, no matter if they're old, and carry on the young players. Young King said, don't see us making it out the group. Lowe was actually decent on the ball yesterday. 10 out of 12 passes is a big improvement. Also, even against Dominican Republic in the first half, Damian Lowe had a decent game. His pass completion rate was good, whatever the case is. Yes, I say? So, Jason right in that aspect. But what am I going to say, people? Jamaica, we need to do something first before we can even think about making it out the group or anything else in the future right now. We need to actually score a goal in Copa America. This is the 3rd time we're in Copa America. Well, we technically scored a goal, but it was ruled as offside, isn't it? So, we need to actually score a goal, outscore the opponent, and then collect the 3 points, and then move on, and we can have a conversation about even making it out of the group. You see what I say? Karoom say the combination between Reed, Bobby Reed, and Palmer look good. No, Jason said that. Confidence on the ball comes through confidence on the ball comes through coaching. It comes through coaching, but not really on the national side. You get me, I said, Dylan? Because you're getting these players, majority of their football is being played at the club level. You get me, I say? So if you have a collective of players that are confident on the ball and are ball possessive or ball playing, midfielder, ball playing defender, whatever the case is, when you bring those players together, then you just fit in the right pieces and you can have a really, really good team, you see me? But when you come at the national level, how do you really coach that? You see what I say? Because if you're not good at it, you're just not good at it. You see what I say? And if you're not good at it, you just not have the confidence to do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard at the national level. You just have to go out there. But we could take we have one more caller.
Big up, caller.
Stone, big up yourself.
Yo.
Which club you support, caller?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. Which club you support?
Yeah, man, Firestone, Yo. Yeah, so me enjoyed the game last night, really full joy,
Caller, you hear me?
Yeah, man. You can hear me?
Yeah, before I go forward, which club you support?
Which club? Like which club where? Like Premier League or what?
In Europe, yeah.
Right now, Crystal Palace,
Huh?
What? Caller, what?
Yeah. Yeah, man, Crystal Palace, man. Wait till next year, man.
Oh.
See the combination of forward them, man, with Easy and the other youth that I mean, man. Youth French player, man.
At least they're leaving, caller. At least they're leaving.
You know what, Sam? You used to rate Aston Villa, but show we daily a kick up, I'm not too night,
Jaja caller. All right, what you have to say about the game? You say full drive the game. What did you full drive about that game yesterday?
The defense, man. The defense tough, man. Nah, like.
Yeah.
The defense tough. And one thing may I say is Grimmy should have never take off Bernard.
No.
And as far as the midfield go, weak. Right now, the way me I pre the thing, me I said Dixon needs to be in the midfield now. Even though when I'm saying my forward, enough man go and fight me for that. But the youth run up and
How you fit Dixon in the midfield?
The energy man, man. We need a man like that.
Understand that one day.
Not
You know, say the first Jamaica member used to play Dixon at the midfield though.
Then see where the man play, man. The man not play up front all the time. You see if him play behind Antonio,
yeah,
and work with Reed. Because Bobby Reed not really fast to catch the ball like Dixon. Dixon quick, And you see if Dixon and Reed can control the midfield. If Dixon win the ball and pass it to Reed and then go to Cephas on the right, I worries, man. Thing is, Cephas need to start on the right-hand side. The Reggae up on the left, Antonio up front. And the coach will never take out Antonio. We don't know why him do that. Otherwise, from that, the formation did nice. I don't know if it's a 3-4-1-2 or what, but that was a nice formation.
So
Another thing.
Let me pick your brain now, caller, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you never agree with the Bernard change, right?
No.
You feel like Jamaica did enough across 90 minutes to get to walk away and say like them they deserve a point or deserve 3 points based off how we played?
Honestly, we play good because for a long time, I don't see Jamaica play like that still, But the only negativity I say is the substitution when Grim is sub out Bernard and Antonio and bring in Low Hector. That's when the goals score. And broke up the defense or so. You know me, I did it.
But you don't think the team did under pressure before that goal was even scored? Because I've been saying to people that Mexico, they were creating like 5 or 6 opportunities before that goal was scored. So was it that the coach was trying to bring like some stability back to the defense? But then again, me hear people say it was the midfield that was the problem. So what would your change be? Like a Cephas coming on, Carrera Anderson?
Carrera Anderson, all right. Cephas on the right. Me that make Dixon start in the midfield with Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed need help.
Still not understand that one, the big man thing.
You know, understand? You know, play football, dog. Me's a football player,
Carla,
dog.
we play football, but me never think about Cephas. I mean, Dixon playing in the midfield. What would Dixon add to this midfield? Defensively, him not gonna add nothing. And the attacking forefront, I've not seen
Brethren,
Dixon as a
It
player
must
that
have
can
bad
help.
color. It's just
and all midfielder play defense, dog.
But in this team, you need to be able to defend.
Come on, man. You know, if you have four midfielder, two can drop back on the defense and two can attack, you know. Midfielder, you know. Dixon is a player who can win the ball and him run. Him have energy. We need that to support the forwards there. We don't have that. We don't have nobody to support the forward. You see me I say?
So let me
We
ask you this,
need
Bubba.
support in the forwards. We not have nobody on the Bobby Reed, Missy I try. And can't nah, do nothing.
Let me ask
well,
you
I
this.
agree, Casey Palmer not do nothing,
Let me
but
ask you this, caller, before we get on the next caller. We don't lose the game already, right?
Yeah.
Ecuador next. How do you think we should approach the game against Ecuador? They lost their opening game to Venezuela 2-1. They also got a red card, right? Jamaica will lost our game
Yeah.
1-0 to the Mexicans. What changes?
Right.
Obviously, you're advocates for Dixon at the midfield. So already would have said you would have put Dixon at the midfield, right? What other changes
Yeah,
would
same
you make?
formation with Dixon in the middle. Cephas on the right, the Mari on the left, Antonio up front. Shimara shouldn't start. Shimara not going with nothing yesterday. All him do is dash on the ball, dog. Him not good. Him scoring of course for Jamaica, but against which team? Some local weak team and get lucky with the Canada with Damian Lowe help him out. But him can't finish, brother. Him can't finish. He missed too much goal there. Cephas is a baller. He need for up on the right. Dixon need to in the middle. Same formation like we used yesterday against Mexico. But drop Dixon in the middle there. Make Dixon run and win the ball.
All right, then, Carla. Big up yourself.
You see me?
My final club for you. Too.
All right, my king. Bless.
Yeah. Jason Guna, big up yourself.
Yeah, big up. What I name? Gunnaz.
oh.
Yeah, respect.
Jason, which club you support? Spurs?
Move up, man. Your brother don't tell you about the Wi-Fi already, you know.
All right, we have to say surrounding the game yesterday.
Yeah, so look, I think in the first half, Jamaica can feel good about the performance for the most part. I think obviously we were outpossessed, which is normal against Mexico. I was saying coming into this game, based on the midfield that he chose, it looked like he was trying to get more possession on the ball, try to have better ball retention. I think at times in the first half it did work. I think the transition looked a bit better with Bobby Reed kind of dropping deep and connecting the play moving forward. I think where we kind of struggled with the formation was the personnel, because I actually predicted a 3-4-2-1 formation in my tactical preview for the game, but I had the personnel slightly different because I think if you look at the first half, when we had the legs, up until about 40 minutes, I'd say we got tired and we really closed out that half on the back foot. It was kind of signs of what could come in the second half. And I think, my big concern going into this Copa was the squad balance and the squad depth. And I think, it kind of showed itself yesterday because I don't believe that the coach fully trusts all his options. So when we were hearing about, picking players for support that can't play, that was one of the things I was really against. And people were telling me, boy, we don't need no more than 23 players and all this stuff. But it's clear to me that the coach don't really believe in all 23 the players that he pick anyway. Because you could see that we were getting tired in the 48th minute of the first half. And I don't believe we made a substitution until the 68th minute. Now, the choices of substitution were very puzzling. I know the coach mentioned that we were dropping back too deep before making those subs, because honestly, if we're being honest, after we scored the disallowed goal, Mexico was all over us from that point until they scored the goal.
But that might tell people, but people forget
that. The thing is with that now, he mentioned that we were dropping too deep, and his solution to that was to bring on two defensive-minded players, sacrifice one of our attacking players, Gray, which the coach didn't mention this in the press conference, but I am led to believe that Gray probably was a planned sub, 65 to 70 minutes to get him out. And I was just shocked that he took him off and brought on Low, push Bobby Reed up the pitch. Now, mind you, Bobby Reed has played 70 minutes in the center of midfield with Casey Palmer. Neither one of them really are defensive minded per se. So they probably put in a lot of work and getting tired and push Bobby Reed up into that attacking role, which in this type of system is really a two-way role as well. And I think that's a part of the reason why they started to open us up in that second half. I think once the game got a bit more stretched and Shamar and Damari were perhaps not as compact as they were in the first part of the game, that's when this formation can work against you. And I think the fact that we don't have enough options to play that kind of hybrid attacking midfield role, that's the problem, because he wasn't really wanting to put Cephas in a situation where he have to play compact, so he never bring him on so early. And I think that was the reason for that, because we weren't really playing with natural wingers in the system. Yes, they were drifting wide at times, but really and truly, their main goal was to get compact and try to help out Reed and Palmer. And I don't think Cephas, that's not really his game. So again, the lack of options in certain areas really came back to bite us in this game, because to me, where we needed the subs was the two midfielders. That would have been the best change for me at that time. And changing that back line around didn't make any sense. None at all. So I will kill the coach for that Bernard change. I don't believe that made any sense. I don't know if anybody else believed that, but to me, that was where they went wrong. You
So
never change a back line that hasn't conceded a goal. You just don't do it. It don't make sense.
so JC, you know, see it in the sense that before the goal was scored, the Mexicans had like 5 or 6 opportunities. It might not be clear cut, but you could see where they were imposing themselves on us. Like you don't factor that in as to why would have made those defensive changes.
Well, the thing is, you can. Everything in football is a cause and effect, right? So yes, they were breaching us more often and more frequently, but that doesn't mean that it's the defense why that's happening. I think the lack of energy in the players in front of the defense was why we started to have to drop deeper, because we weren't engaging them in the midfield anymore. We literally were just all standing on top of the box, and that was because they were tired. But the referee doesn't. Not the referee. The coach doesn't trust Karai Anderson. Him don't trust Alex Marshall. Him don't trust any of the midfielders that him really pick. Kevin Lambert get picked for every game and never get any game. So clearly him just picking players and don't trust them. Because the man them tired, and we decided to bring on people that almost changed the way we're playing. When we had more like for like subs, we could actually sub. Karai Anderson has to. Karai Anderson
and that word as well, Jason. I think if he had trust the players, any manager or coach that trusts players will normally tend to make like for like substitutions. You get me? I say in the Premier League, you will see like a manager, he make defensive changes, and you're like, yo, why would you do this? But sometimes them even admit to like them not really trust somebody player them. You get me? I say, and them rather just go for the draw or whatever the case is, So, but Jason, let me ask you this before we get the next call on Ecuador, right? How do we approach that game?
Well, the Ecuador game, I think with Ecuador, they might be a little bit more direct than Mexico. They look to really break a little bit faster. They tend to use a little bit more physicality as well. So I think like in terms of Jamaica style and Ecuador style, it might be a more direct match of how they play. Of course, Ecuador has a lot more in the midfield areas, so they can possess the ball better than us. That's a fact. But I think that the way that they want to attack in terms of like the power and the pace that they try to bring, that might be something that suits Jamaica a little bit better than maybe some of the intricacy that Mexico use and the pulling people out of position that Mexico use. Because to me, the minute that we started to tire, that's when the spaces started to get bigger. And Mexico is a very smart team in terms of finding half spaces and overloads. And they were doing that to a T in that second half. And that's that stretch of time when they were pressuring us. It was really just us tiring and us not having the belief in our bench to make the like-for-like substitutions. Because for me, the two midfielders centrally would have to come off in that first change. I would bring on 2 separate midfielders, would keep the back line intact. And then not shortly after that, I would have brought on Cephas for Gray, because I don't think Gray was ever going to last the 90 minutes. And I would also probably have brought on Dixon for Nicholson and left Antonio as well, as the caller before said. Because I think on the day, it was clear that Antonio was a bit sharper than Nicholson.
Yeah, I think, Jason, some critical on Antonio, but I stated that once him overall gameplay good, him not have to score no goal, whatever the case. Although I always emphasize that I want my strikers to score. I was pleased with his performance. But my last question, right? How pleased were you with Wade's performance yesterday?
Immense. I think a lot of people were saying, boy, maybe it's time to give Boys Clark a chance in this first game, based on what we saw from Wade in the Dominica game and to a lesser extent the Dam Rep game. But I was telling everybody, listen, he's played 10 games before yesterday, and I would say 8 of them he was almost flawless, and the last 2 is the first signs of shakiness. So we need to remember that he has played before this and done very well, especially even in Mexico in the game in the Azteca. Yeah, he conceded 2 goals, but he was also very big in keeping that game to a draw. So I'm very pleased with that. I think that's one thing that we can maybe stop worrying so much about in this tournament. If Blake don't make it back, I think we are in capable hands. And yeah, I was pleased, very, very pleased with his performance.
I mean, no, I always said the last thing, but the last final thing, you think we can make it out of the group?
Well, before the tournament started, I had Jamaica finishing 3rd. And I don't think that will change. I mean, I think the last night, if anything, makes it more of a possibility that we finish last in the group. But I do have one thing that's giving me hope, and that's the fact that their leader and talisman is on a red card. And if you look at their goal scoring in the last, 5 years for that national team, he scores or assists like almost every goal. So that's a big piece that we'll be missing. So I'm hopeful that because of that, they're a little out of sorts and we can come up with some kind of result. But yeah, I think the coach will have to get it right on the day. I think for the most part, the starting lineup was good yesterday. I think it did work in terms of just getting a little more possession than we normally get against Mexico, and also having more entries into the final third than we normally do against Mexico. Now the trick is making those entries into actual goal scoring opportunities, because I still think that in that regard we were lacking yesterday as well. So I have a slim hope, but right now I would have to say that Mexico and Venezuela are the favorites to get through.
All right then, Jason, big up yourself.
Yeah, man, bless.
Also, people, can I go over to Jason Gunnaz YouTube channel? Jason Gunner, JASONGOONER. And before we get on Premiere 7, one thing, people, brilliant live stream so far. I feel like me really attack some sensible football to the people. Look, I'm taking my medication. But people, just go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and share thoughts in the comment section. But people, it is important, to hit that subscribe button. I mean, not the subscribe button. Well, the subscribe button, but the like button as well, people. Hit that like button. Get us to more than 50 likes. So yeah. Premier 7, big up yourself. I don't know, say support United. What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts surrounding the game yesterday.
All right. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So first of all, even though we have lost the game against Mexico, I was impressed with the national team, seeing how we played against Dominican Republic and Dominica. We looked rusty in those 2 games, and to come out and execute, I don't know if it is according to plan, but it seems as if we had a plan against them. We played very well. I don't see any big issues surrounding the game yesterday, even though we had some players who was a little bit of, let's say, out of position a bit. But whereas the overall performances was concerned, I was clapping for the players and the players to do well, but we fell short. To be honest, the biggest issue that we had was the changes. Everyone saw that Coach Al Grimson, right, should never made such decision, right? But going forward, though, I am hoping that we can learn from our mistakes, because sometimes our players messed up, sometimes our coach will mess up, but we don't want to be too aggressive and harsh on them, because to me personally, no one is expecting for Jamaica to do or to leave the group in Copa America. We just want to see growth continuously, as what this channel will normally speaks about, and Gunnaz is continuity. So we want to see continuity taking place in the national camp and consistency, whereas the performances are concerned. Because as I've said earlier on, I was very impressed with how the game looked. We were matching Mexico, even though Mexico had more possession of the ball, it was obvious. And we were just trying to find a way. I don't like the long balls over the top, but I saw what impact it could have had on the team because, Mikel Antonio, 433PRESSER, Mikel Antonio,
Mm.
he played impressive to me. To be honest, if we did not have an Antonio playing yesterday, I think that Jamaica would have it more difficult because the press of Mexico, the ball control, the rhythm, everything that they had would have really and truly pitched Jamaica over. But I don't want to pick out one player to say that he was the best player, but the team on a whole looked impressive if we should compare them to the previous World Cup qualifier games.
Well, I think it's kind of obvious who the best player on the field was on the day, and I think it had to be the goalkeeper. I don't think
Yes,
that
man.
there's no question about that. He definitely kept the game pretty quiet. So that's the only point I disagree with you on. But yeah, man.
So,
And
Premier,
yeah,
how we move on as a team? Ecuador.
how we move on as a team.
Yeah.
I mean, just like how we would watch the Premier League games, and if you're seeing that a team is playing well with a set of players, I would say you can keep those players. Maybe some persons would want to make a change. I am just sharing my point. But if we look so good against Mexico, let's see if those players can be the starters against Ecuador, right? I am just sharing my point as I've mentioned before. Maybe my Virginia want to use a different person to start in the starting 11.
Somebody needs to drop out of the lineup. Some coach needs to make a decision. I think coach needs to make a decision on something. I don't think Casey Palmer and Bobby Reid is going to be a midfield that's going to be against the likes of actual midfielders.
Okay.
Mm. And one thing more, sir, right? Me a lot of people are called for Coach Hammer Hargreaves ahead. And I don't remember. I mean, normally people always say be careful what you wish for. You're getting crap always say the grass isn't always greener. And I think people have to be very careful in terms of calling for the coach's head at this moment in time. You get me? I say, because the mere fact that a lot of you guys are not pleased with the style of play, etc., and the lack of attacking football, right? I mean, the pressure will be even more on the next coach that comes in. He'll have to, not that he have to play attacking football, because he not have to listen to it as fans, right? But it's more pressure for him with this team. You get me? I say. So I have to be careful. But Premier, big up yourself. May take a next call.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Joseph, big up yourself.
Yeah, what about my brother?
There. Which club you support?
Huh?
Which club you support?
Which club?
Yeah.
Me used to love Arsenal, but it's when them fire Wenger.
Yeah.
I kind of stop watch it completely because to me, them fire him unjustly based upon when, though, and what, and the type of resource they have at the time. I think he deserve more time and some money to spend for really give them a run for the trophy. To me,
I joke, don't.
no.
Chacha, yo.
So
which club you support now?
I felt like it was a joke.
So which club you support now?
Huh?
Which club you support now?
I just go and watch Manchester City.
Oh, United. What you say? United, right?
No, City.
Oh, United. That me, man. What you have to say about the game
yesterday?
What you have to say about the game yesterday?
All right. For a long while, for years, for a long while. At first, I was say Reggae Boyz, them lose, and I'm gonna feel bad, cause my sister them try and them play good. To me, them lose last night, I'm never feel bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, when it come on to the coach, I think he might do a good job. Our problem is with the Reggae Boyz team, we don't have no midfield. So true now no good midfield, it make it look like him now do a good job. But we have to look on the reality and wait at the resource of the player what the man have. You see me?
Yeah.
Him now when have no good midfield, it's obvious, and I like so have it, and him now want use them. We don't have no good midfield, so the man have to use the best we him have, and obviously them not good enough for can general up the midfield. You see me? Because the team play good. The team play good.
But on
The team,
on the attacking forefront,
and I'm gonna tell you too. To me, you see the long ball them. If him tell the man them say, yo, listen, keep the ball up in the midfield. We are gonna lose Versa. We are gonna lose Versa because as I say, we not have no midfield, can hold the ball, can be two man, pass some local quality ball, do the tic-tac passing, we not have them player there. And what for those work we don't have?
so let me ask you this, right? You talk
Yeah.
about the midfield. Like you're bringing a Cara Anderson in the midfield.
Oh,
Cara Anderson, he's our next player on the bench.
him, I don't know him good when it come out, him have the experience, him very good, him talented.
Well, him talented, but you're not really experienced like that, you know.
Exactly. All right. So which club him play for?
Charlton.
Oh,
So
but to me, mama,
in terms
yeah,
of who you know, which changes would I make? Which changes would I make
yeah.
going
So,
forward?
I'm come to that now. To me, all right then. When it come on to the change, the only somebody me say my mother take out a grey.
For
Them
who?
are a grey.
For who?
Um, mother put in. What do you the 19-year-old youth named Dixon?
Yeah.
Cause you know why? Dixon will go defend, Dixon will tackle, and Dixon will more press and hungry for go try to score. In the lack of basic like great. To me,
You
I don't know
think
if you
Gray like
can
a
help me.
physical color?
Huh?
You think Gray like a physical?
Yeah. To me, as I said to me, or me see or him play and how Dixon play. Dixon more look hungry, brother. To me. If Dixon get more time on the field, him would make a difference. To me. You think me wrong?
I mean, he's a very talented player. Me young, but I don't know about the starting thing. You know what I say? Because
Alright then. So tell me what Gray I do. What you used to Gray do to help out the team what Dixon couldn't do.
no, listen, them are agree that bad game yesterday. We can all agree on that, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if you look at his previous games, he has been the shining light for this Reggae Boyz team. What I will say with them, I agree, and it kind of comes down to how he is deployed as a player. It's
But
not a
hold
player
on
that.
now. So the last big game I'll play with him now with Canada.
Yeah.
And you see him do him play very well in another game. So you say yeah, him stand out.
Yeah, I think they might get a good game against Canada in the second game.
All right.
Remember now,
Mhm.
take the Canada game
Yeah.
out of the picture, right?
Right.
The whole Nations League campaign, Demar Gray was one of our best players. He was the shining light in that
Yeah,
Nations League
to
campaign.
play with the Nation League because my master in the Nation League majority of the goal them score now against the same Caribbean country them.
Well, Honduras and etc. Yeah,
In this score in the Honduras match?
think so. Which
No,
game this? Which
they never score in the Honduras match.
not Honduras. Which goal in this score against that team that go national team and take the ball and run by himself?
It
El
wasn't
Salvador?
a top class team
El
where
Salvador?
no man. Him not scoring on a top class. The goal him scoring for way are the regular Caribbean country. Him don't score on a top class country. Well, we know say yeah, can we have whole for talent. Him not scoring on none. At the Caribbean country them him scoring on. That's why to me I have to say more have get Dixon the run.
But what will Dixon offer to this team? Everybody have called for Dixon. What
He
Dixon
would
will
have
do?
listen, sorry, me I
You
try
say
to tell you
moment,
what he would have do,
let me tell
what
you
Dixon
something.
would have do. Listen, what important, listen, what important no, whatever coach you want. Listen up, whatever coach you want, my friend. What Dixon would have do. Every coach now them want player who can run back and who can get different problem because Dixon to me him would have get defense problem because him not afraid for hold the ball with him speed because him speedy, him fast, and for try to go score. And that will put pressure upon the difference, upon the opposing side difference. I will see that. Him will put more pressure upon the defensive side. Listen, it's a great. If Gray not get the ball, Gray now run go try to tackle feet or try to go in up and down in a different space. Gray hide. My point is Dixon up in them face. Dixon more up in the opposing side face and make something happen. That's my point. Because he's hungry.
But with how them are a great player, you think that is natural to the player or how the coach deploy him as?
It's natural to the player. Because I see it in every match in play.
So that's about Cephas. It's natural to Cephas or how the coach deploy him?
But that's natural to Cephas too. Because you know why? Yes, what the forward name again was score in a Canada match?
Shamar Nicholson.
Yeah, look on Nicholson. Nicholson run back. Although I'm tired easy, Nicholson run back. The youth they will play for the thick brother there. And him scored the offside goal. Him tackle a lot. You see the difference? Him tackle. Him try to get in a space. Him try to get the ball. And them things that me a talk about because watch it now, my friend. We don't have this one bag of outstanding talented player. So guess what? Everybody have to come together and make the thing happen. Everybody have to come together and tackle. Everybody have to try to go in a space. We have to just come together and try.
But my question is, right? My question too, with this Dixon thing off of the left hand side over them, I agree. Once you see Cephas, once you say Kaim Dixon, right? Now, the mere fact that Demargue plays in moments, right? It's not a player that's going to be involved in terms of having a lot of touches, being the most creative player in the team, whatever, really good player in the transition, good in the counter attack, whatever the case is, shining like can score goals, can make assists, right? Now, my question to you with Kaim Dixon, right? Do you think Kaim Dixon at 19 has what it takes across a full 90 minutes or majority, like 50, 60, 70 minutes? You think he has what it takes to really make an impact on a game? Because essentially, when you play Kaim Dixon, over one of these players, you're asking for Kaim Dixon to do more. You're asking for him to do more in terms of dropping back, getting the ball, moving up the pitch.
But all you have to do, the only way we can know, the only way we can know, I'll give him the time. If we give him the time, I will say, all right, then, him can't manage it yet. Then now we can have a conversation, but he might get small amount of time.
Don't you think Coach Henry Hagrim is seeing these players in
But listen, Mama say something to your age argument, in age. But listen, remember, say, you have a youth now we're playing the Europa League. Him at 16.
The Europa League?
Yeah, him at 16. Yes. Euro, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him at 16.
The youth from Real Madrid?
I don't remember what his name.
17.
Yeah, him at 16. You're going to know. All right, so him at 16 and the coach give him so much time.
Yeah,
so you have to give him the time to prove it.
Abbas play for him. Show some that's an unfair comparison.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, all right, Dixon will play for them big side, but you can't give him a small a 19-year-old. You want to know if he do well. You can't give him a 10 because listen, give him 10 minutes. I wouldn't have no bag of midfielder to make him look good. The only thing I forgot to do, I run up and down and try to get some ball for try to do something. You have to give him enough time. If you can't say, all right, then we'll give him enough time, I want to see him really do nothing. But if you put him on like 10 minutes, brother, I want to have the player who can feed him some nice ball, him can do more creative things with the ball and try to get a goal and then something. When him come on the field, if you notice, I'll be running up and down, I must do for try to get the ball and try to make himself be useful and look good. And it's the truth. Give him some more time then. Because if you want to give him some more time, you give him a chance to prove himself more in the big ball game. It's just simple as that.
Yeah.
And to me, I want a player who can help out the team more. That me I look on. I want a player who can help out the team more. When we want to defend midfield, or go back to defend like Nicholson and what Dixon would have do. Grade nah do that. I obvious him not do that. Him not going to do it. We need that's how we qualify the last time for World Cup. Okay, you know why? It's not so we have this bugger talented player. Demand them be hungry. And once you get a team who hungry, we want to play to the full extent and them go drop down on the ball. Yo, that team that can go anyway.
Yeah.
The ball them are for hungry.
True.
And the next thing give me one more chance before you taking the next color. One more chance, please.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mama tell you this, my friend. I one disappointment me have in the Reggae Boyz team. Yeah. Why I'm upset. Not the coach, not the player them, Leon Bailey. I'm gonna tell you this, Leon Bailey upset because him get the suspension. Them yo, the whole Jamaica for lobby for this year not get no game pan Jamaica side. You know what Cristiano Ronaldo 39, and you know what the man said before the match and play with it? The man said hungry no more than ever for play for him country. 39-year-old say him hungry no more than ever to play for Portugal. And if you get 10 more Leon Bailey, him still not good like Cristiano Ronaldo. If you get 10 more Leon Bailey and put them together with him, them not good, and still not go good like him. And Cristiano Ronaldo can still hungry. You check say Cristiano Ronaldo, I go have him son I go ban tomorrow. And I go say him now play for Portugal because him son I go ban. Them man they are ready.
Different color, that different.
What you mean different?
Yeah, remember you know. When it comes to the birth of a child, sometimes a man I'm first picnic, sometimes him one did a way. So it kind of different for some people. You get me? I say?
No, listen, brother. Listen to me, man. No, man, listen to what I said to you. You know, so I'm going to tell you something you never did know. I don't know if you know this. And this is what I know a long time. You know, so for Africa, none of the African player them have to pay to play for them country, them have to pay money. You didn't know that? And then pay the money just to play for them country. Do we owe a footballer love to play for them country more than them club 10 million times? So my point, when I try to say to you, so when I use the analogy about if him go a child go born, him now go run go tabo him want to see him son. The point when I just try to say to you, say 99% of the ball of them brother I go play for them country no matter what the circumstance, my youth. And that me I tell you.
But I mean,
the excuse them. Listen, if Leon Bailey that play yesterday, it would have make a big difference for our side. I can tell you that. He would have played, it would have make a big difference. Big difference. He would have do so much. But sometimes someone ego get to them, brother. My youth, if I wonder my youth, him is my biggest problem with the Reggae Boyz at that disappointment there, Leon Bailey, brother. Because the man could have played for Jamaica. It's not about it's not about JDF, my youth. You do it for your nation.
JF.
And we are go on this big tournament. Brother, him could have come, my youth. Him could have come. That's my biggest disappointment. Him don't come for help out him nation. Him now not guts, my youth.
Yeah, I think we'll beat out the Bailey point. But just to add to it and kind of end it, I agree with you. But I have an idea, him don't make him call already. You know, him say Jamaica can help him. But my question would be to Liam Bailey, how can I help Jamaica? When I look at a lot of athletes across the board that represents Jamaica at the highest level, if you look at a lot of these athletes that go to the Olympics and World Championship, J3 not do nothing for them. Jamaica not do nothing for them. We don't have no first-class facility. After winning so many, after Jamaica is crowned as the one of the few countries that create sprint legends. You know what? We're one of the best countries in terms of creating sprinters. We still don't have facilities to facilitate the development of our track stars, you know?
True. All right, look on a point. Him say him need security. All right, come on now, watch this now. When would I play the match at stadium? Him did in the crowd, him and whisper, how much security you think him they have around him or secure him at that time? How much security around him?
Good point, Carla. Good point. I don't want to think about that.
Him did at the match, I watch you in a stadium and I grin off him face. How much security him they have around him at that time for protect him from nobody now? Put no camera in his face or grab off him chain. How much? Brother,
Let me
that's
say,
what me
to
I
be
beat him
honest,
bad. That's
can
what
I,
me I beat him bad, and I say, yo, listen, this you never play back for it.
and,
Him not supposed to play back for it no time.
and to be honest, me not go as far as to say that.
You know, say, hold on there. I know me a cut you. The youth a play for, I think, in Nigeria, and put on the mask over him face.
Yeah,
Ashimen.
Osimhen.
Yeah, you know, so that him get banned. Because as a simple thing him do, him just make a speech about one of the I think is one of them football fraternity. One of them just a little minor speech man make. And them say if him not apologize and then give the days for apologize, them saying can't play back again for the national side. Can't I would them gonna ban him for life. For sure, yo. My friend, the nation them take them football thing serious. Just to make a little speech, them say him not apologize in a couple of days, them gonna ban him for life.
Yeah.
Because them take them football nation serious. And why me I elaborate so much on this? Because your brother, the man, and I like say him is a English born, him born over England and spending all his life over England. So okay, I understand. The man is straight Jamaican. Him just make the Jamaican football team who is a straight Jamaican look bad. Because the English, I'm going to say, Jano, if him can't beef, so I mean born and grow at Jamaica. We're not born and grow at Jamaica, and we're willing to do this. Him just make everybody look bad.
Well, big up yourself, Carl. What's it next, Carl? You get me, I say?
Yeah, man, respect my friend.
Dylan, last and final call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Energy. Boy, energy. Your device just disconnected and you drop off. Energy, reconnect your device. Reconnect your camera or your microphone. But you know, pertain to the Bailey thing, and make him stand already. Me feel like him.
Energy.
Me feel like him could have fought and play, but
Yeah, man.
energy.
Oh, yeah.
Big up
Put
yourself.
on first.
Yeah, man.
Which club you support, energy?
Liverpool.
Okay. I mean, any mean about go on. What thoughts on the game yesterday?
You know, some of the game that I do. And
Oh, you were nice.
yeah, the positive, the goalkeeper do good, the defense was good, real good, you know. And I like the Shamar Nicholson and the we call it Antonio. It's like the two my same type of player. You understand? So that the third year we need somebody who can make some run. I will never get that. You understand?
Yeah.
And the game that go on good, the Mexican fans them, when they score, they be nervous nice time. They be well nervous. Even when we score, the same get it was quiet because you have pin drop. Yeah. So when we see the MLO come on for them I agree. I was like, yo, what go on? We feel like it's a CFAs was come on for them I agree. You understand? You know?
See first with them, I agree.
Yeah. You know?
So you're saying the substitutions kind of just kill the game then?
It kill the game because we have built momentum because you know the fans them kind of get quiet and we play them start play better now because I mean them a chant me, them a boo, the player them get on the ball and them thing there.
Yeah.
But you know, so when the change comes, it's like the game just there because when Low get the ball, him can win tackle, but when he get the ball now, him really not buy, you know, if he pass and you know really, you know. So I never understand that, you know. Honestly, I'm not lie, but that play, we need three midfielders. Jamaica need 3 midfielders. We can't do 2 midfielder thing. It's not working with that. You know, I feel like say a 5-3-2 better for him. And when I put a Hector 6 or Low, you know, one thing with Hector is more calm, you know, Low kind of like rational, you know, and kind of like, you know, you never know where you get. And when I put Bobby Reed and Casey Palmer, if Casey Palmer now play good, I mean, you know, bring on Anderson, but Anderson, yo, would I give him more time, like 30 minutes? But when I feel like
Still need to see more from Curry Anderson, to be honest.
Yeah, he need more time, but we don't feel some of that starting because this is my first year as a professional baller, so I don't want to put too much pressure upon him, you understand? Because the fans return upon him, you know, once I'm bad game, you know. And that me feel, you know.
Yeah.
And when I start, people say when I start Dixon, like, come on, guys, you know. Dixon need more time. I give Dixon 30 minutes, you know. Because when he come on, the Mexican fan before he come on, Mexican, hey, Jamaican, your team is tired. What's going on? And then when
So
he come on,
that's what the Mexican fans were saying yesterday.
yeah, they were saying that. I said, Jamaican, what's going on? Your team look tired. You know.
So that was before the change, right?
That was
At what point in the game them that said that?
I want to say, I don't lie. I think before the change. No, after the change when it was 1-0. Yeah, it wasn't 1-0.
So they never that said that like before the change, like the team looked tired or nothing like that.
No, they were nervous because we still even at 1-0 when they score, they were still nervous. The fans, they were still nervous. They were still actually the Mexican fans was actually bashing their player. They were actually cussing their player for real. They wasn't with the team. They didn't believe. You understand? So even when what's his name again? When Dixon came on and he made that shot, the guy was like, where that guy came from? He's like, Jamaican. Where that guy come from? Why you guys didn't put him on? You know, because they get nervous when they see that guy making a run. They say, oh, you know. So it was a good game. It was a good game.
So
Really impressed.
in terms of the group, you see what's making it out the group?
I don't know, man. That game last night was supposed to win that game last night. That was the game to win.
Yeah.
But one thing we play good, but it's like we never really see no chance for us to score. We never get any you never feel like it feel more like it would be a draw. Other than the goal, the offside goal, it feel like it would be a draw, honestly. Because we didn't have that, the guy in the middle, people say the midfield, but guess what? When the midfield guys get the ball, they don't know who to get because the guys are tired from defending, so it's time for them to transition back to attacking. They can't go back up the pitch. So basically, we need somebody, with speed. Like I don't know. Demar Gray wasn't in the game last night. Demar Gray is, Demar Gray speed, go down the wing, cut in. I didn't see that. There's no that one point I see with Demar Gray was like, okay, all right, you're gonna do something special.
So you thought about Casey
what's his name? Lambatisa and Greg. Casey Palmer play good. I can't complain.
Casey Palmer?
Last time when he get the ball, Casey Palmer play good.
Yeah.
I think he played good. No. I would say the lowest rating would be Bowser. I'll give Bowser the lowest rating on the team.
Wow.
I agree. All right, big up yourself, Carl. What's the last call?
Yeah, man, bless up.
All right. And let me just address this comment quickly. Fatal Flair. Big up yourself. Then Presser, you don't have no camera. People
will ask him every week.
If you watch the video, if you're on my channel and the pre-recorded videos, I do videos with my camera on. However, my laptop mash up about a month now. I have a laptop, people, then in New York. And actually, I'm leaving tomorrow to go to New York for family. Right? So, I'm going to have the laptop. So, by Friday, on the live stream, I'm going to have a camera on. The reason why I don't have the camera on is that on the laptop, what I use is slow, people. So, it's like it frees up on my audio, I go cut out, whatever the case is. So, this Friday again, at the next live stream, or probably before. So, I'm going to have my camera on for the live stream. Them.
No one said you.
Yo, I always have my camera on, so whatever. Last caller. Kane, Dylan, I know you have to run, so big up yourself.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, Kane, what you have to say about the game today?
Point.
Yeah, man, to the point, tell you honest truth, I think the game yesterday, the kind of a two-edged story, and as I say, we play really good. We attack them, we look dangerous, them look dangerous. It could have gone anywhere. I see a lot of people attack, say, the coach need to take the blame. But when they look funny, I see say, you know what, me take a point, And to be honest, in that game there, when you might take off Demar Gray, Antonio, you can see them kind of tired, especially Demar Gray. The Nena really track back on the midfield, he look empty. You understand? A couple times and catch me out in that midfield because he just whopping up. So him making that change and try pull up in midfield a little bit, be kind of necessary. But you see the fact, so when you change a game, more time in that period you can see that goal because it take about a minute or two with the new player them and they play them with the pan the pitcher already, they kind of adjust themselves. You understand? So I just one of them unfortunate thing there. But tell you honest, I feel like say yesterday is a good sign, good start. You know, we have some attacking threat. You understand? So yeah, man, I feel like we come out of that group here still. Man, I don't lie.
What
Feel like
gives you that
Venezuela,
confidence,
we
Carla?
definitely get. What you say?
What gives you that confidence to believe that after this defeat we can make it out the group?
Yeah, because Venezuela is a team we're supposed to beat. Tell you
You think
honest
so?
truth. Yeah, man, I feel so. I feel that we're supposed to beat Venezuela. I feel like Mexico was the hardest team in that group there. Tell you honest truth.
How about Ecuador? Because Ecuador is
Huh?
a red card them get against Venezuela. Remember, say Ecuador that lead Venezuela and them get a red card, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jamaica, you have to look on how we set up. I just feel like so we need to start like we did kind of a bit too attacking. That's why we did open up in our middle. So you understand? You see, if you bring on somebody like Lou and tell them to just sit in a sense, then you can have 3 or 4 player attack. Then you won't be so opening at the middle. Because attacking wise, we you could have said on the same level as most of them team there. You understand? But we just left open up in the middle. And that's where we are always have problem. So, you know?
And
Yeah, man, but that's all I have to say though still.
yeah. And last thing, which club you support, Carla?
United.
Manchester United, right?
Watch your money are shaking head. You can't go and shake your head.
Biggest club in the world now. Biggest club in the world. Biggest club in the
Huh?
world. And the biggest club in the world, Manchester United.
No, I put up in badge, yeah. I tell you something, you can't come second, I mean, not without a trophy, no big man.
Another day, Carla, we can talk about this.
All
Big up
right,
yourself,
that's
man.
it. Yeah, bless her.
One.
And roll the outro, Kishan. Thank you, people, for coming. Thank you.
One, we see you coming, but me now pull up that comment there still. But people, before we head out, just do us a massive favor, people. Get us to over 50 likes. So before or by the time we now head out, walk out, just hit that like button, people. Yeah, definitely would appreciate that. And it was a good live stream. I feel like we dissect everything. Feel like the conversation was good overall. The Dixon thing, we don't really get it. But people, listen. One Jamaica said way. You get me? I say Ecuador next, and hopefully we can have a good game. Get massive 3 points, and we'll move on from there. But giving it the outro right now.
It's time to rise up.